Okay, so that brings us to session number 24 officially. So I forgot to update that little section there. And we have at the table today David.
Yes, hello. I am David. I play Thassilonian, a human who is a skilled and trained diplomat. Diplomancer, maybe. Who's awfully excited about his second level, but not quite there yet. Also, awfully fond of haunting Mark's dreams.
Forgot about that.
So now we move on to Mark, with the dreams to be explained.
I'm Mark. I'm playing Pinwinkle Stout, a halfling rogue who recently has been haunted by Belarth's dreams of certain things that I'm not sure how to explain.
There were no animals.
Hey, these pictures in the journal say something different. Okay. Anyway, so still don't know what's. I still realise that actually David has all those items out of that thing, not me.
Yeah.
So what are the inventory? All the gem encrusted ones.
Yeah. Would you like to borrow them?
No, they're yours. But I'm also glad to be level 2, and I've got 1 curse gone, 2 to go.
Well, give you a completely different meaning to the name Ribs for their pleasure.
Yes, I'm glad somebody's gone out of the room when you started saying, she didn't even talk to me about that one before, so. As soon as I meant gem encrusted dildos, she said, don't want any more markers. So. Okay, that's enough from the.
Would you like to know more?
Click here, dink. Okay, so I should do a post up for that then.
Yeah, whatever.
Sorry, just couldn't help it. Okay, so online today we have
Jeremy.
it should be Jeremy. Yep, Jeremy's first up on the list.
Good evening, all, or good morning for those that might be elsewhere. I am Jeremy playing Corda, the half-human, half-elf warrior, would-be hero, try-hard, good person.
So yeah, I can't see any problems in any of that so far.
Nope, no, very true.
I can.
But you're a diplomat, so you're playing the diplomat in the world.
No,
No, you're not? Okay, okay.
not in this case. He's a dick.
I don't think any of that contradicts what moved through you.
No.
None of my statements were false.
No.
And then up next is Susie.
Hi, I'm playing Nexa, who's a human half-orc barbarian. I am the one with the big great axe in the party, sometimes not the one with the best aim, but generally when I hit hard. Sort of seeing similar sort of ideas with Jeremy, maybe not quite as strong, but yeah, probably more on the good side of the party than some others.
That's not hard for some.
Well, you can say you're on the better side of good on the party than say Dane or Reaper Skeet at the moment.
Oh, that's harsh. Oh, puppy.
Yes, Puppy seems to have
Going to puppy heaven?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that brings us up to Victor.
Hello guys, good morning from Brazil. I am playing a druid that hates vampire but may or may not become the same thing I hate.
You can only become half of that, that's fine.
I'm sure you get better.
That's not natural. I don't like
Getting
vampires.
better from vampirism.
Neither's a half race. Most races will say half races aren't natural.
Yes,
Neither civilization. Civilization's also not natural.
at least we are alive.
Well, some of us are.
Not all of us.
Pinwinkle is on his second life, does that count?
That's how that's living.
That's true.
But on the bright side, I now have reincarnation as a ritual again.
Well, it wasn't before.
It's only in the advanced player's guide.
So that's why Pinwinkle automatically came back as himself rather than having to roll the dice and become back as a real person.
Actually, Pinwinkle the second.
I should point out, Mark, that I actually love playing halflings myself.
I know, I'm going to have so much fun with this guy. I haven't got started yet.
Okay, so as a recap from the last session, you finally managed to survive the Godsmouth ossuary. You got paid, and you rapidly left Karmagar before you were executed for being Pathfinders there, even though you didn't announce who you were. You just wanted to make sure you got out before anything bad happened.
If Karmagar wanted us dead, there's a good chance that eventually we'd have died.
Yes.
Well, they were actively hunting anyone associated with the Pathfinders because of a Pathfinder attacking one of their nobility.
Yeah, thanks, Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
We're coming for ya.
We had so much more of the town to explore.
I can't wait to drop in on a Friday session.
Me too. Yeah. I'm tempted myself.
Beleth goes for a walk. Hi, Friday.
Okay, so you guys make it back to Magnamar. You manage to have some time to relax and catch up and level up. And so it will have been about 3 months since you left Karmagar. That went out into the 7th month of the year. And they are having a couple of ceremonies. First ceremonies are, you got out alive, congratulations, here's your awards for not being too stupid. On your way, go see if you can not mess up this adventure.
I had one thing I wanted to do when I got back.
Yep.
Oh, well, 2 things actually. 3 actually. I've got to put the 3rd one down there. I need to buy some garlic for Victor.
Yep.
Yep. I want to see Mum.
So do you add some spices in there so it's too much for him? So it's like he takes a bite and it feels like it burns?
No, I'm not. He's not seeing anything in his bag yet.
So you're preparing some food for him?
I'm buying the garlic to secretly hide in his backpack, okay?
So you're providing him with some food?
Possibly. Oh, no. Hang on. Where are you going now? Damn you, man.
You took long enough to talk on that one.
I nearly spelled that one. Yeah. No, I'm not preparing food. It's not preparing. I'm not actually handing it to him. It's in his backpack. And I'm not even preparing it either.
I know, but it was also serving.
Was this serving?
Yeah, so it was serving or preparing food. It wasn't actually...
You have to buy your own garlic, Victor.
Yeah.
So
to be on the safe side, Winkle, I just wouldn't touch any food of any sort any time.
I tried plan too. I'm thinking the safe side too.
Serving yourself seems to be fine.
Hang on. I think we get back. Somehow we carried all our loot out and to us on our travels.
So it would have taken you about 2 to 3 weeks to get back. So it was a fairly long trip.
Yeah. Now, for Susie, Victor, and David, Jim and I've got a list of the loot that we got from the catacombs. So now, I think,
to me, I was having a quick look and
yeah.
thinking about items that are most suitable for particular characters.
Yep.
Now, this doesn't necessarily make a even division by value by any stretch of imagination, but the braces +1, I figure because does Kangas Hero wear armor?
No, I don't. Oh wait. I actually do, but just like I do wear it, but just like
if the brace is +1, I think that'd just be because you got to have the keyword for the resistance as well, saving throw.
Double check the fact that I'm pretty certain druids can wear armor if they want to, like light some armor. Where is it? Yeah, you're trained in light and medium armor, so you could wear armor. So the only person
I don't use metal armor. If the braces are metal, I won't use it.
No, well, I was going to say, because the only person then that doesn't use armor or can't use armor is Beleth. So
Yeah, I'm just reading through this. I would really like those braces.
It would have to be
that's just
resilient
it. Like to me, the
braces
balance
+1
is the
to
most
have
obvious of the braces.
saving throw.
No, it's probably just post.
That's apparently not true.
What's that?
On my little app here, it's actually giving me, just for braces of armor 1, it is giving me the bonus to saves, I think. Let me just remove
Yeah, it should be giving you bonus to saves.
No, you have to have the resilient +1 braces. They use the resilient keyword in the description of the item to actually make it a saving throw one as well, which does
But I
reduce
thought
the.
that was the fact that, like, the bracelets don't actually carry the resilient rune, but they're saying that they use the resilient keyword because they give you a +1 saving throw bonus.
Let me have a look at the braces.
These stiff leather arm guards
braces of
grant you a
armor.
+1 item to bonus to
Oh,
AC
yeah,
and
sorry,
saving throws.
that one does this. It's the +1 armor bonus on things like clothing. That doesn't do that unless it says
that
resilient.
makes sense.
The
Because-
braces of
because when
armor
you're
are
adding
the
it to
exception.
clothing, that's when you're adding an armor potency rune.
Yeah, the
Not
main
the
thing. The main thing is that braces of armor are an exception to the rule,
Yeah.
not the actual rule itself, which is where it can be confusing.
So those
Yeah.
braces actually give me +5 to
So
AC.
the other ones
Some
that
proficient.
Belath appropriate are probably the 2 wands. Although
Ugh.
just because you've got to have the spell in your spell list to be able to use the wands, which means that actually Kangasero could probably control himself.
What ones are they?
Command Undead and Disrupt Undead.
I have Disrupt Undead.
You've already got it as a cantrip, so you
But I
can
think
cast it
Command
off like
Undead is
anyway,
on your
can't you?
spell list. If it's on your spell list, you can use the one.
Ah,
It
what's
doesn't have to be a spell you know, just has to be on your list.
What's Command Undead? Oh, it's alright. I'll have a
Well,
look at that.
Command Undead technically doesn't exist anymore, but as a spell, but
Yeah.
Well, there is now another book on
wait.
spells, so who knows?
okay.
Command
Yeah,
Undead is now a ritual, I guess.
Yeah, so Disrupt Undead, I have no use for it whatsoever, obviously. So if Kangasero is able to use it,
And because the thing with, like, it talks about these charges for the wand. Pathfinder 2, there's no longer charges on wands, they're just a once per day item.
I'll just make it a one of command.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured.
We'll just drop the undead part and just make it a one of command.
Okay, good.
Right, does that make it an arcane spell as opposed to a divine
no,
spell?
I think it makes it everything.
no. So I have Command as a spell.
Okay, so
Which means that Kangasero probably does too.
So command is a
I don't think
divine,
command is a
arcane,
spell.
and occult. So you can do it. Arcane, divine, or occult can use command.
Okay, so it's not primal for Kangasero.
So
So
I
it's
think
not primal.
so. I think he does have Disrupt Undead, I believe, don't you, Kangasero? As a spell.
I'll have a look.
Sorry.
Hang on.
There's a good chance he might not.
That's alright. I'll have it right here.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of divine and arcane, wasn't I? Yeah, primal, got Disrupt Undead.
Yeah, so he could use the Disrupt Undead one.
So yeah, Disrupt Undead.
And you could use the command.
Whereas, okay, so Belath is the only person that can use the Command Undead, or Command, I should say.
Yep.
Which
So-
would certainly seem like an appropriate spell, an appropriate item for Belath again.
Well, it means that when I level, is it set? Can you drop a spell every level?
As
Sack out?
you're a sorcerer, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Then yes, you can drop spells.
Yeah, I would absolutely love that wand.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can only
So-
use that once per day, whereas
That's absolutely
any spell you know you can use multiple times.
I've had it and I've never used it so far. So I guarantee as soon as I get rid of it, I'll need it every single session.
Well, but it is the type of spell that, yeah, it's very handy to have on
Yeah,
hand, but often you won't need it once.
yeah, exactly right.
Okay, so
Next on the list,
I
I
would then
have.
suggest that the +1 spear should probably go to Kangasero.
Yep, I agree with that one. Yeah.
If it's wooden, I can use it. If it's not wooden, I can't use it.
Well,
Yeah.
who
it would
does
certainly
the
be a
Oh no,
come
wait.
Whether it's got a
I can
metal
use
head.
metal armor. I can use metal armor, but I can actually
Okay,
use
so
metal
apparently you can use the spear fine. I believe it is only metal armor you can't use. Metal weapons don't have the anathema to you.
So,
No, but I still don't use like
Crafted.
constructive stuff.
Yeah, you still hate using crafted items, which is where your wayfinder may just get lost somewhere along the way.
Oh damn! I forgot the Wayfinder.
But remember, you've been living in the centre of civilization for 3 years before the campaign started.
Yep.
You've got used to civilization. You might not like it.
He still
but
hates
used
it.
to it.
But it also means that he's risking losing his druid status because he's associated for so long with civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a thing that can take away his status.
Yeah.
That's why it's there for.
Yeah. But again, assuming that Kangasero can use it and at the very least won't destroy it or throw it away, the spear is probably one of the few magic weapons that he could use.
Yep.
He's currently got a spear, I think.
Well, he uses a sword, I believe.
Okay.
No, I use a spear.
You use
I
a
use
spear?
short
Oh, damn.
In which case, then you have a magic spear.
Every
That's
magic
right, plus one spear.
Though amusingly, people could steal the magic off it and just give you a expert spear.
We could do that.
Well, okay, an expert spear with a +1 potency rune on it, which is transferable, but considering the fact that the other two main fighters in the party have already got magic weapons,
That's fair.
it's appropriate that the other member who keeps trying to get to the front line fighting also has a magic weapon.
And the rogue has a magic weapon too now. So now the masterwork was it razor? I think it's a
Ranchura.
Rancher is a trident, big large two.
Rancher, I believe, is a blade.
Correct. Yeah, it's a pole arm.
Right, but it's a piercing weapon. I
It's
would
a
recommend
range
it for Nexa.
Yeah, it's a reach.
So wait, what is it? A trident or a blade?
I'll send you the exact
It's a
name.
Ranchura. It's like a narrow, or a very wide one-side blade spear.
I will bring up a picture from my actual D&D group.
And I'll send you a link for it as well.
The reason I suggest it to Nexa is that it's another two-handed weapon.
So
But
that
it's
is
a
roughly
piercing
what
weapon.
one looks like.
Okay, so it's a piercing weapon compared to your slashing axe.
Okay. Yeah, because I probably mostly use my axe because it's striking.
Yeah, normally you'd use your axe. The point is the Ranchura becomes a backup if for whatever reason slashing doesn't work against things.
Okay.
So,
Okay, let's cover that off.
I would also recommend, as much as Cordar would love the Masterwork Bastard Sword, he does already have an expert Bastard Sword with a rune attack.
Yeah.
So I would recommend again that go to Nexa.
Yep.
So that then, it's a weapon that can be used either one or two-handed. So if desperation, you can use it two-handed as normal. But if for some reason you're down one hand, you can still fight.
Okay, no worries.
So you've
I'll
got
take stuff.
Yeah, so you've got a master ward, big pole arm, a masterwork bastard sword, Susie.
Or put them down, officially put them down as Rancher expert and Bastard Sword expert.
Yeah, expert. Sorry. Yeah. So.
So what does the expert do? Is that just +1 on attack or +1 on attack and back?
No, the expert means that you could put a +1 or a magic rune on it.
Yeah, okay,
Like
so it's just standard.
the runes
tempted
on
to
your
take
axe
anime
could be
game.
transferred to these two if you wanted to. But obviously you'd lose an axe at that point. So.
Yeah, it's the quality of the item that you need to have to be able to make it magic, or resell it.
Oh, did you say I can just swap the rune over?
Well,
be
it
swapped
costs
over.
you money, but it can be done. But obviously, axe is your important weapon. I'd be stacking your axe as much as you can, and these are just backups
Yeah.
if this comes to worst.
Did you have the link for the other one, Mark?
Oh, I can send it through in a second. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, but as I say, so the stacks of those, they're straight from the Pathfinder 2 weapons book, like the weapons list. Because they're just in the weapons list, Bastard Sword and Ranchura are the standard stacks.
Okay. The Bastard Sword. Excellent.
Bastard Sword, yep, and Ranchura. Cordar would want to claim the expert split mail and the half plate armor.
Yep.
Mainly because he's the only one that can actually wear that stuff.
Yeah.
He'll actually be wearing the split mail as his new armour now. The half plate armour, like I say, it'll want to just go on display somewhere when he go into storage and maybe put on display when he get around to it.
My mum can hang on to it for you if you want.
No, stay in
I've got a sister who's good at selling stuff.
Pathfinder lodge.
Okay, I'll try.
I have a question for Martin.
Yep.
Since we are playing house rules about the spells know for my class that is prepared spells, how many spells do I get to know when I level up?
2.
2 spells?
You're getting 2 spells, but you can learn spells as long as you have a source to learn from in downtime.
Alright.
So it doesn't matter which tradition the spell is for, as long as it's also on your list. So if you came across a cleric or a wizard with a book, you could learn spells from them, even though they are an arcane or divine source, as long as they're also on your primal list.
Nice. I almost don't leveling up.
The expert studded leather, I figure is probably appropriate for Pinwinkle.
No, Pinwinkle can't wear
I can also use it if it's leather armor.
Studded leather.
Jeremy, I can't use it. I've got a strength 8. I can't only wear
It is considered metal armor there, Victor, because of the studs.
Yeah, so.
Oh, alright, because of this.
I was going to check with Susie, maybe you could wear that, because I can't wear anything above strength 8.
Oh, okay. Studded leather has a
Leather arm has
strength
10
doesn't it?
strength, so I found out. So till I get up my
Dump
strength.
stud.
That's a dump stat, it's okay.
I'm currently wearing studded leather at the moment.
So this will mean that you
Which would count as probably expert anyway because you bought it initially.
Yeah.
I can hang on to it, but I just can't wear it for a bit, that's all. So.
Well, it probably doesn't fit you right now anyway.
No, probably doesn't. So that's I can leave it.
Yes.
I can put a question mark on that one. The other two,
Well, I think so. I think it's not the
we're 2 curved daggers.
Yep.
The Kuta daggers. I figured that Pinwinkle might enjoy them, but they're
Okay, back up daggers, I suppose. I've already got 2.
they're not necessarily like they weren't labelled as being expert, so they're probably not actually valued items that you could.
No, they're just,
sell
I think they're
anyway.
just ornate ones that we found
That's
next
right.
to the armour. I think.
If they're all next to the armor, then they are worth money.
Okay, so
But they also, anything like that also has a story.
Oh, they were daggers next to the split mail / banded mail, were they?
yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay, well I might do some Pathfinder investigation with that one. Yeah, we've got
The other items, the consumable ones, can be distributed, but I don't necessarily see them going to like a vital or appropriate specific to any particular person.
I can add it to my list of consumables that I have under my equipment pack at the moment.
Unless actually, sorry, the scroll of removed paralysis might be only readable by certain people.
Yeah, I think that was something Victor was after, I think, from memory. That scroll, weren't you, Victor?
That's also another way you can learn spells.
Roll of what?
Remove
Removed paralysis.
It's good for vampires, against vampires. Because they skin
Wow.
each place.
And the other one that Cordar wants to claim would be the rune of striking that we bought for Dane's weapon. Extra party.
Yep.
He'd like to actually be able to transfer that off Dane's weapon to put onto his bastard sword.
I think that costs 25 gold. Is that right?
6.5 gold.
So 6.5 gold.
It's 10% of the value of the rune to transfer.
Well, there's also a cost for the actual material to lift the rune off in the first place.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep.
I
Do
glanced
we
at it.
actually have like gold and stuff?
Yeah. What did we get, 75 gold total, did we? Or...
Sorry, just
What
looking up the...
what weapon did Dane use?
I think it was a longbow, wasn't it? Might have been a short bow.
That's right.
He was a ranger though.
Yeah. So, well, let's say Cordar will probably take the bow, like the weapon as well, and then you can work out where the striking goes.
So,
You can afford it.
Jeremy, it's a 3 gold piece rune stone.
A 3 gold piece runestone?
Yep, that's required to take off any item. So it will
Oh,
take.
okay.
It
So
will
you transfer it to the runestone, and then from the runestone to the
next source.
the thing.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So it's a total of 9.5 gold to transfer.
Yep.
Yep. So in that case, that's good. If effectively it's a +1 longbow at the moment, Cordar will claim that as a ranged weapon if needed.
Okay.
And then assuming he's got the money or can do other bits and pieces during the 3 month, he'll transfer the +1 onto his the striking onto his sword. And just keep the bow as a +1 bow.
It might actually be worth getting a couple of those rune stones that allow you to pinch magic. Because I'm just trying to see if I can forget how long it actually takes to do so. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't actually talk about how you actually get the rune from something to a runestone.
What ones did I get? Just the one.
I think it could go to a runestone
And the one to command.
in the same way as going to any other item, I thought. But it's just when it came from a runestone, it was done for free.
It's fixed up.
Yeah.
But again, I only glanced at that transfer fairly quickly, so
Okay, okay, so with these consumables, so everyone knows, we now have in total 2 tankfoot bags, 3 thunderstones, 2 alchemist lesser fires, 1 alchemist fire, 2 smoke sticks, 2 cure wound potions, and 2 enlarged person potions. If anyone wants any of that, I'll either you've got a copy, Jeremy. I'll send it up on Facebook for everyone else. Okay, so you can.
Okay.
Yeah, if you send me, it would be great.
Yeah.
So on the bright side, it takes a day to get a rune off an item. So
Yeah.
someone can't just walk in while you're sleeping and steal the rune.
no, that's right. But yeah, I get my reading of it is the fact that you can transfer a rune between one item and another, including a runestone. Using the craft takes you a day instead of the normal 4+.
And so you can either put it onto the runestone and walk around with the runestone instead of having it on the item, or use the runestone as a jumping point to go onto an item, or just go from runestone to item. But if you're not doing it all at one go, it's a day each time.
Yeah. So, and if you transfer it to a runestone and then from the runestone onto something else, is the runestone still available to transfer something else to?
No, runestones are one-use only items.
That's what I thought.
So you put it on the...
Whilst it might be worth buying a few runestones, my reading of it is that technically he doesn't need a runestone to do the transfer if he's got the time to do it. So, but...
Does it say you can do it... are you sure it says you can do it without the runestone?
Well, it just says, the first line, you can transfer runes between one item and another, comma, including a runestone. So to me that reads the fact that you can do it to a runestone, but you can also do it to anything else as well. So, it's just the runestone is the way of transferring specific runes more easily, or transporting runes around.
Split close. Okay.
That's I figure you can probably afford 3 extra gold somewhere along the line, so...
The other thing we also, which I know Jeremy knows, we've
Yeah,
got
it is correct. You don't actually need the runestone to do it. It just takes longer.
Yeah.
studied in Libya armor. I think it's got a strength check.
Are we in a setting that I can actually purchase stuff?
Purchase stuff? Well, we're in Magnamar.
We're in Magnamar.
You're in Magnamar, so the question
Big
is,
city.
you're now in a big city again.
Well, not quite as big as the one you've been in for the previous 3 years, but still big.
Well, he was sort of secluded off in the Pathfinder Lodge, which has its gardens.
Yeah.
Now he's in a place that doesn't really have gardens.
Still somewhat secluded in the Pathfinder lodge, just not this big garden in the backyard.
But I can actually like leave sometimes, right?
But you can go out of the town anytime.
I don't need to be
You
there.
don't stay in town. It's just that town is currently the base. You could be out in the forest just nearby there. See?
So there is a forest you can go to.
There's a forest there. There's actually, I think, a big park from memory. I can take you there if you want. I'm a local.
I actually need
Trust me.
to acquire some things if we have the money.
So what sort of things do you want?
I want the pushing stash, the stuff that monks and martial and pushing guys have. That's the stash that you can roll on your hands and use potency runes on it.
Yeah.
How much did it cost? Let me get the actual
So on the map, that is where you
name of the
are,
stuff.
Hindmarsh Manor. So you're in the up district of
Well, this is the
Lakenmar.
Pathfinder Guild, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where the Pathfinder Guild is in Haldmarsh Manor.
Well,
I think Hydemarsh Manor. It just looks like an L instead of an I.
if I can remember the owner, was it a lady, wasn't it?
Crafting.
Which is the other question is that the woman whose house we'd gone into to find the something the star,
Yep.
something star.
The Star of Desna.
Oh, yeah. I think I know.
We found a book when we were down there, and she said she was going to try and translate it or research it or something, wasn't she?
Yep, she was, and she may still be doing it. It's not a quick activity.
No, that's right. But obviously, in the 3-month period, potentially, like I say, Cornell will look to see if there's any progress or updates or anything like that. So
Okay, so
if there's not, that's fine.
we'll do a recap from that point. But you do see that the other group has been sent off to Sandpoint to deliver the star that you guys captured and recovered.
Right. Okay.
Basically, from what you hear from the lodge is that they're actually trying to see if they can succeed in a mission by giving them simple instructions. Here, deliver this star. Don't tell them you're Pathfinders.
Why am I not surprised?
Maybe Corday should follow them so you can actually go home and see how they're going.
And and then you guys sit through a ceremony where you're being thanked for your work on the various tasks around. You have reported into the Pathfinders at this point, at least, and they are happy with the progress you're making.
When I get some alone time with the
I am actually happy to be inside cities and stuff, and not like kill myself.
yeah,
You just be uncomfortable.
yeah,
It's not your preferred setting, but
Okay.
you've gotten used to it over time.
So, so during this ceremony, you've been given some various items as a thank you for your services.
Oh, good.
So, for our nice druid of the nature, they offer you some what appear to be dirty rags.
Nice. Is that the dirty rags I wanted, Martin?
Why don't you just put in the cat line?
So, looking at them, they are well-used hand wraps of mighty blows.
Oh, nice.
So
Very convenient.
they are +1 items. I'm looking at these things going, oh, they might offer him a silver buckler or a silver shield, and just look at his face with they can't accept this.
I will put that down. That Victor.
Well, Kagasera seems very happy right now. I love these dirty rags and stuff.
Okay, so in honor of the lost dog, they offer Nexa a statuette of a little dog.
Ooh. That potentially becomes a big dog sometimes.
Nexa says thank you very much.
So you get a wondrous figurine, the Onyx dog. But it
The
is.
Onyx.
Yeah, it's the
dog.
Onyx dog. It's done. It's if you look in the book, it's page 576. It is done in the likeness of Poppy.
Okay. Is that Onyx Onix or NY
O
Onyx?
N Y
Yeah,
X.
ONYX.
Good job, Susie.
Okay, so they then offer Pinwinkle something they think he would really need.
A decurse spell.
A brain.
No, they give you a fancy cap.
Fancy cat.
Yeah, would you like this fancy cap?
Oh,
You
cat.
put it on your head, it makes you look more dashing.
It's a fedora.
Cat. Like a venture cat kind of thing.
No.
It's got to be fedora, isn't it?
It is very unstylish.
A fedora.
Fancy cat, eh?
Yeah, fancy cap,
Well,
not
that-
stylish.
It almost looks like a croissant. You better not touch it.
Do you accept it? You accept their fancy cap?
I accept the fancy cat.
Okay, so you now have yourself a hat of disguise.
That of disguise is nice, man. I like
Okay.
that detail.
So, to our good friend Beleth, who has gotten quite a lot of accolades from reports back from people.
Hang on.
They have received words specifically relating to Beleth, which they don't discuss.
Good word?
Well, they don't say. They
Okay.
just heard word about Beleth.
What about Beleth?
Well, because of your deeds, they.
A piece of coal.
I can if you like.
No. I'm not Scott Morrison. I'm not going to take it into Parliament.
A little help.
They give you a Starful Flyer.
Already have one.
Oh,
Well, obviously you don't need a Starful
I mean,
Flyer.
I'm literally holding
Yeah, you
it.
got it
not
from
for fire, man.
Where did you get that
What
one
the
from?
hell?
That's
the
right.
last line. Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so in which case then they give you a.
I mean, I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I just can't dual wield them.
You heard these words about me. Apparently you haven't heard what I do, what I carry.
Martin, give him metal stuff.
I'm just having a look at what's there. I'll give you the hat of the Magi. I have no idea. You can look it up.
Thanks. Yeah.
You've now got a magical item they thought you could use. So, Hat of the Magi comes in many forms, such as a colourful turban or a pointy hat with a brim. So you can have a turban with the symbol of Chilaxia on the front.
Oh, great! That's not really handy.
And it gives you a +1 bonus to Arcana checks
Action?
and allows you to cast the Prestidigitation cantrip as an arcane innate spell.
As an arcane spell.
Yeah.
I don't cast arcane spells.
But you
Okay.
can actually cast it as an innate spell.
Fuck yeah, I love prestidigitation.
Absolutely.
You can cook food for us.
So what does that hat do there, Bella?
So, you know when you see those little monkeys on street corners with those little red hats? He's got one of those ones with a Chilaxian symbol in the front.
I start giggling, and then I turn myself into my sister.
Don't care about you guys, but
Tell
I
me something.
am happy with my rags.
Okay, and Jeremy. They come to you.
Dunce hat. No. Sorry, is this what
Hey Mark, you know how you asked me what it does? I cast a spell. One of the gem-encrusted dildos hits you in the head.
Hey!
That's what it does, friend.
So it's a wonder. It's a hat of conjure dildo.
Yes, that's it.
Which may or may not be a good thing. So something. Okay, so Jeremy, they give you the choice of a silver shield, a cold iron shield, a silver weapon, or a cold iron weapon.
That's good stuff, man.
Absolutely. I'm just excited. Not used to think about having options, but I look at things like silver or cold iron shields. I don't think make much difference, does it? Like the
does, but depending on the creature.
Oh, okay, like in the sense that if it's using natural attacks and you block with the shield type stuff, it could have an effect, you mean?
The materials also have special abilities as well.
Okay. Okay. Cordar's always happy with weapons.
Okay, so you're offered a silver or a colored iron weapon.
Wow.
Take silver.
Okay, the lycanthropes tend to be a lot more painful than fairy. So if there's a silver weapon available, that would be beautiful to look at.
And then, what specific type of weapon are you looking for? Because it'll be an expert quality weapon.
Okay. Are they talking simple martial?
They do not care. Because it's been commissioned and it will have your name on it.
Oh.
Okay. How about a silver warhammer?
Then they give you a silver warhammer that has your name on the side of it and Sandpoint's crest on the other.
It's got the K on the.
Wait,
So he hits
that's
it
awesome.
Benefits with the K.
What type
Oh,
of
but they
weapon
say like
vampires
that.
hit more? What type of weapon vampires hit more? Silver or for the other?
Well, you've got to find them first. So it is fairly up in the air what sort of weapon works best on a vampire.
We'll
It's
just
silver
hit you.
or for the other?
We'll hit you and we'll work out.
Wait, not me. I'm not a vampire. And I scratch my back, like my back of my neck.
Though you do have these little wounds on the side of your neck that look like someone's bitten you that didn't heal over properly.
And they
It's itchy every time I say vampire.
So it itches about every 5
Right.
minutes.
When I've got some time with this award ceremony, can I get the elite pass
Sort of.
side? And can I?
Question: Is my
Showing
hand
that
wraps the base level or the
No one, but you can
striking
see
level?
No one can hit with a CC.
I'd expect base level at the present time.
And I accept. Okay.
So what was that, Victor?
Is the hand wraps the base level or the striking level?
They are the +1 base level.
All right.
Not many people have the striking rune as well.
I pretend to take the thing off.
It doesn't come off. You've never been able to pull it off.
Be quick, or you earn it. You deserve it.
Can I explain what I found and what happened to the?
Yeah, you can.
And I just say, is this normal?
Oh no, it's probably just some sort of curse.
A curse.
Yeah, perfectly normal curse.
Yeah, if you can't remove an item, you're cursed. Didn't you read the section on curses, he says? Or were you not paying attention, and were you that, or was that day you were in the kitchens?
Well, I was banned from the
Sir,
covers.
excuse
Planet
me,
just keeps-
talking
sorry,
about
yeah,
curses, there's something I think I need to show to a medic or something. I scratch my neck again.
Yes. You look fine. It's healed over. You're obviously not a vampire. You can stand in the sun without going poof, he says. But you may be half vampire, so live it up where you can.
I tried herbalism, but this thing is not healing properly, you know.
Well, if I was you, I'd stick away from the garlic and the silver additives.
So,
Can I pull my silver dagger out?
okay.
Hang around his neck.
It's alright, I got this. Plumman casts Prestidigitation.
Yep.
Using the tidy effect, he turns the 2 bite marks green.
That doesn't look so good.
Hey, I got a silver dagger.
He sustains
touch
the
him
spell.
Touch him on the thing.
Every
So
time he touches it,
it is good.
it turns black.
You need to get somebody to check that out.
I wouldn't touch it with silver if I was you. It'd probably be safer, he says.
No.
And he looks at Pembroke and says, "Behave,
Sure.
or I'll take the silver away from you."
Okay.
I've sent the others off on on their first job for me, so we'll see how well they go. Apparently, they managed to survive their other job by causing a ruckus. So we're going to see how well they are at being subtle. I emphasized subtle.
What?
Well, they haven't officially screwed up here yet, so... And they weren't under my charge until they got here. So this is the first job they're doing for me.
You want the guys who completely uprooted Kalmagar to be subtle.
Yes.
No, these are the different. These are the other group, I think.
No, it was the other group who uprooted Kalmagar as well.
But there's 3 different groups, isn't there?
No, there's only 2 groups now.
Yeah.
2 groups.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Wait, what? They uprooted Karmagar? What the heck?
Yeah, that's the reason we have to leave in a hurry.
They're the reason you had to leave, yes. So they gather you into a map room. And look, she takes you over to the, which is her, and her name is, just so I get it right, Sheila Heinmark. Not
We've
Mark.
met her before, haven't we?
It is, yes. She's the one who helped bring you here.
Yep, okay.
She is the venture captain for Varisia.
Yeah. All of Varisia.
All of
Okay.
Varisia, yes.
But she's based in Magnemar normally, isn't she?
That is her home, and where you are, Heinmark Manor, is her home.
Yep.
And looking out, you can see out part over the cliff from her tower, and she points out a couple of ships just anchored out away from the city. You see them flying the red flags of Cheliax.
Why are they here?
They're spreading.
They are contingents of Hell Knights who have come to bring order to this region.
Is this all because of the other people?
No, this is because of why you were recruited for Pathfinders in the first place.
Okay.
As we reported, they're obviously spreading through Varisia rapidly.
Okay.
And they've already taken over Lvl2.
They were invited to assist by the Pathfinders.
Okay. Okay.
So for the reason you guys were originally summoned and trained was 10,000 years ago there were 7 rulers of this region called the Runelords. They were basically godlike, and they disappeared 10,000 years ago. And when they disappeared, all their magic and artifacts all just went into a sort of quiet, deactivate, shut down, and about 5 years ago they started to wake up all over Varisia.
What kinds of artifact?
The artifacts range from small little things called Sahedron medallions all the way up to cities.
Like this broken bridge you can see in the map.
Yeah, the broken bridge in the map is one of their artifacts.
Can you look his eyes open?
Does the bridge is like doing something now?
Oh, the bridge has always been doing stuff. It's just that most people try to avoid thinking about what is behind the bridge and inside it. What was that? Let me know.
Does it expert Pathfinders
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend
get
I'm
into
looking at
the
my
bridge
data,
or
yeah.
something and explore this stuff?
Could you repeat that, Victor? I had someone else speak.
Sorry.
Does any Pathfinders get into the bridge and explore it before?
Well, we generally don't recommend Pathfinders go in there because nearly everyone who's gone in hasn't come out. So we invested 3 years into your training. We don't really want to have to go find more people straight away. But don't worry, we do have some more people we have put through training, so you're not the only ones. But again, we don't recommend throwing your lives away on a maybe.
I'm getting my journal out while they're talking about this. I'm trying to draw my medallion on a piece of paper. and the best I can draw it, I said, something like this.
Yep, something exactly like that.
I started scratching my neck.
Okay.
Can I see the
And,
medallion?
and basically, we believe that it's time for the old gods of Thessalonia, their 7 rulers, to awaken and return. So we are hoping that you can start investigating some of their civilization things we have around that could be quite useful for us. So
Now, I'm assuming she's read the reports we've had from the Hellmouth Ossuary, including a description of the fact that, well, actually, you do back 7 Runelords,
yep.
worshipped as gods. Would they have had funeral rites associated to them, and effectively describe the fact that, well, yep, we probably already been in contact with it.
And she does point out that those 7 people who you found do seem to represent the Runelords. And the medallion.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, which rune they and sin they seem to relate to. So they are pretty much known as the 7 deadly sins. And the gods of the 7 deadly sins. And
sounds like the sort of people we don't want back again.
Well, they don't have much of a choice in the matter. And they also talk about they do have an alternate one, but they have no idea how well used that one was. Because they expected it was a reversed version of their magic. Which is why you have different runes and different options.
Okay.
And they do say that there are 20 different Hell Knight orders coming into this region. Some already here, some on their way. And that they will be trying to limit the chaos of this region as magic starts to go awry and cause strange effects. As one of the current Pathfinders has been afflicted with glowing runes, and then one of them has this sort of black-like rune covering their skin, pointing at Kankasero for the last one.
Wait, what?
You got that in one of the game sessions.
You did, yes. Okay.
And she says that is what's known as Runescarred, where you actually have living runes embedded in your flesh.
Wow. You're special, Kankasero.
Where do I have runes attached to my int?
They are all over your body now.
What?
They are black, like strokes done with a brush, but all over various parts of your skin, and they don't stay stationary, so they sort of move as you watch them.
Like in the runes that we were in, yeah.
I scratch my neck again.
I've got a dagger, that can sort it out.
This must be vampires' work.
We don't know if they were vampires or not. They could quite easily have been vampire lords.
They must be.
Well, if they have, they've lived for a long time. It's more than 10,000 years since they were last active.
And they haven't been doing much in the last 9,995.
They've had absolutely no sign of existing. We thought they got killed off when the Starstone hit the world and plunged it into darkness. Recorded history has them exiting the world at that point.
Okay.
But now they're back, apparently.
Apparently,
So we have various things we'd like you to go off and investigate.
We are at your service.
Yes, sir.
And so what I'd really like you to do at the moment is to
Ready to kill vampires.
If they're vampires, I think I'd rather you stay away. I think they're a little above your pay grade, she says.
What if they are dead?
Well, if they're dead, then they probably are vampires.
So if they're dead and still moving.
That's what we call undead around here.
I just pat Kangasoo on the shoulder saying, it's okay, just settle down.
Okay, be quicker.
Okay, so. So what I would like you to do is, I am going to ask you to investigate some stuff in Magdamar to begin with before I send you out.
Okay.
But I'll give you a chance to talk over what you'd like to do
convenient.
first. But I do apologise for the delay in going through it all with you. But I must first conclude some business with another Pathfinder before we sit down and go through it. In the meantime, though, if you could help us out with another minor issue. This stone coffer is an ancient Thassilonian puzzle, a cunning feat of magical engineering known as a paradox box. As you'll see from even a casual investigation, what appears to be seams on the sides are only shallow grooves. There is no obvious way to open the thing. Each paradox box has its own secret method of being opened. Essentially, a paradox box substitutes hidden catches and magical triggers for a lock. Given time, anyone clever enough could figure out how to open a paradox box. Just as given time, a locksmith can open any lock. This particular box were among those items recovered by Coria. The scrolls next to the box are her preliminary notes on possible triggers or methods of opening, but she has not yet had a chance to sit down and properly investigate the thing. So, why don't you put your heads together and see if you can do that for me? Even if the box is empty, I suspect a possibility is knowing the method for opening it makes it a valuable find anyway. I'll return shortly and hope to see that the box is open. Think of this as a check of your skills, because the task that I'm going to ask you to do will require more than just brawn.
Well, we certainly do that. Did she hand us the box yet? Or?
She points to it on the table.
Okay. What does the box look like? Does it have anything outside?
Let's see if I actually have a picture of it.
Okay.
Okay. So it looks like a stone chest of ornate design that measures approximately 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet by 1 foot, apparently not a full cube. Seems to be a solid piece of stone that is carved to resemble a box, but has no seam for a lid or hinge to allow it opening.
Does it have any intricate designs on it?
It is basically covered in intricate designs. Think of it more Celtic-like, but done in the Thassilonian style.
Excuse me, can you exemplificate how big it is? Because I can't imagine feet as well as meters.
So think of feet as around probably about yay big by yay big.
So what was the size?
Oh, okay.
What was the
It
dimension?
was 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet by 1 foot.
Okay, so it's about 45 centimeters by 45 by 30.
Alright, it's not actually a sarcophagus, it's like a puzzle box.
Yeah, it's probably
small chest.
a reliquary for a lich.
Alright. I
It
got
might
it.
be ruling vampires.
I thought it was like a sarcophagus or something.
No,
I was
I know.
nervous.
I know.
No.
Vampires.
For a moment.
There's a baby vampire in it.
I can sort that out for you if you
Definitely
like.
a vampire. That's what I thought of too.
Don't do that to me, man.
Well, if no one else is specifically examining it, Cordell will certainly go forward and have a look at it.
And I'll do a trap check on it, because that's what I do.
Okay.
And I will... You fancy green dice?
Diabolic Edict.
Which means...
You feel hellish.
You should check.
for traps.
I thought you were going to say box open.
So, so while he's doing that, Jeremy, you're going to look at the actual box itself.
Yep. I'll look at the box and, like I say, I won't touch it because he's looking at it, but I'll look at the box, look at the runes. So.
Okay, so there are notes on the side of it saying that they should try to avoid using force to open the box.
Oh.
And it lists translations of the significant runes on the box. One of the most repeated words is the rune for wrath, which is also associated with evocation magic. And also in the earliest days of Thassilon with the word kindness. And she believes it that marks the rune. The rune merely marks the box as having once belonged to a citizen of the Thassilonian nation of Bakarakan. And the rune is likely has little to do with the method of opening this particular paradise box and what we show a trap finding roll.
27.
27. Okay. You believe that there is a magical trap on here. Touched in the wrong way, you will summon monsters.
Martin?
Yep.
I can't remember from the previous sessions. Did the party and or Pinwinkle work out that it was the medallion that allowed him to open the doors in that down the corridor that no one else could open?
He did.
So
I haven't got.
Did the party work that out, or did he tell the party or anything?
I don't know if he told the party. I know he did tell the party multiple times, it's just that the party didn't see it.
Didn't see the medallion. They think I was crazy.
Okay. Because in which case, like I say, with the runes of wrath on there, Cordar will suggest that, maybe your medallion will open it.
Yeah, it's got a magical trap on it too.
So the second scroll after Pinwinkle tells you that says she lists a few other key observations. The next key observation being that 5 of the box's faces are identical, but on one face several additional runes appear. These runes spell out the word cruel, and she has deduced that the word is somehow linked to the box mystery. She also noted that each of the individual runes in the word can be reorganized by touching 2 runes at once, and doing so causes the 2 runes to exchange places for an hour before reverting to the original spelling of cruel.
So the basic position of the runes is to spell cruel, is that right?
That is correct.
Right. So it's not a case of moving the runes around to spell cruel and therefore be the password. Because sometimes you've got to be cruel to be kind. So I say, certainly Cordar is basically reviewing these notes while Pinwinkle deals with the magical trap.
Okay, so Jeremy, I will have you do a check. Just trying to get something that actually gives me the skills. There's a page with skills.
Let's go and force it though, will you, Pinwinkle?
I'll wait till Martin does the thing and then I'll put what I was going to do.
So can we rearrange the runes into anything obvious?
That was where you're going to have to make...
Work out what you want to change it to.
So, what sort of laws do you guys have? Because they're probably a law roll to figure out what to do. Kind of law. Your actual knowledges.
I have law labor.
Law labor won't help you, unfortunately. This is a actual puzzle.
What sort of law were you after?
What laws do you have?
City.
City law won't help you that much here either.
Underworld.
Underworld won't help you either.
What about my excellent intelligence?
I have undead lore.
Undead law would probably help you with various other things, but not here. Jeremy, what did you have?
Cordar, I think from memory, swamp law.
Swamp law doesn't help you much either.
Right,
That is the one.
I wasn't expecting you to be the one that was useful.
Okay, so people can make a intelligence check.
Oh,
What was it?
intelligence check.
Intelligence check,
Oh,
yes.
I lost my D20. God damn it. What is it?
Okay, so to make you do an religion roll for that one?
Oh, damn. Wait, what?
I can roll a D20 for
We are
you.
not on the Ocean anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Still.
but you are in a place where the gods are paying attention.
No, don't do this to me again, Martin. Come
Well, I got
on.
16 on his intelligence.
Next, I got 18.
I got 18 and he got a 17 on the dice. Victor. So
You got what?
you got 17 on the dice, Victor.
What's your intelligence?
So I got 16 total. I am not very intelligent,
So
as you know.
And what did Baloth get on an intelligence roll? He didn't make an intelligence roll?
So
He got 4.
He got
so
4.
Nexa and Primwinkle got 18. And Corda got 17 and 16 and
I lost my D20.
Next Pimble got 18, Cordar and Kangaskero got 16.
So 4 of you have an idea of what to do, and one of you has absolutely no idea whatsoever.
what do we?
Plumman
So there are 4 successes and 1 failure.
goes for a walk to go see if he can find some Hell Knights.
He doesn't really want to talk to us right now.
Well, he can't.
Intelligence is not his thing.
No.
Okay, so Jeremy, give me another roll.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Well,
Get good.
I did better than Balath. I rolled a 4 that time, so that gives me 6.
Okay,
Well
so
done.
2 failures and 4 successes. Who's gonna have a try next?
I'll go.
Pinwickle's up next. He voted.
I'll take that. That's 20.
Okay, so you figure out that after a bit of playing around with ideas, that if you spell out the word L-U-C-R-E, it should open the box.
Did you say L-U-C-R-E?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
as in
correct.
lucre. Filthy lucre.
I thought it was Lucy. For a moment.
I was actually just going to work through the various permutations of cool.
Oh, I had that one of my words I was thinking of before. Yes.
I suppose, yes. So you're suggesting that it might be where the owner of the box kept his loot, huh?
You do. So what do you do?
I can rearrange it if you want me to.
Well, you're the one that came up with lucre, didn't you?
Yep.
Yep.
Before I do that,
Yep.
can I get a medallion? Not touch it, or get just close and do I feel a certain wrath symbol flash up in my medallion when I get close to the box at all? Like, doesn't interact with each other, do they?
They don't seem to interact with each other, but it does seem to point to Wrath at the moment.
Okay, cool. Just my intriguingness, because. And okay. I think I should change it. Wish me
Yep.
luck. Do I have to roll any roll to do this?
No, you just have to touch things with your fingers. And as you touch things, the letters start to move around, and then you hear the door close as Belef walks out of the room. And
Cordar will try and catch Balath. I think Pim will hook onto it here, and I'm sure that Madam Heimleich will be back shortly.
Oh, fine. I don't understand how important it is to see all these Hell Knights, but alright, I'll go have a look at your little toy again.
Not for us to look at. It's a test to see whether we're worthy of the next quest.
Well, obviously I'm not worthy, but keep going. Go on.
just seeing if the thing it's referring to is actually in the game at the moment. Oh, it is. That's good. Okay, so as the box lid pops open, as you guys step into the room, you see two little fey creatures appear in the room.
Ooh.
Don't you love
What
that,
did you
Jeremy?
say? Two what?
Fey creatures.
Fey creatures.
Okay.
As natural creatures.
Fey is not really considered natural for most people.
I should have got a cold iron weapon. I'll have to use my dagger.
Okay, so they pop into the room, and I'm gonna have everyone make a perception roll to see what they want to do, because
Deception.
which is an initiative roll.
Oh.
Solid 8 from Nexa.
So Nexie is, probably a little confused by what's going on right now.
Cordar was obviously distracted trying to talk to Malath and convince him to stop leaving.
So what was Cordar's?
He gets my perception.
Sorry, I actually got a 9, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
perception. Okay.
Cordar's on 10, having rolled 2 4s in a row now with that D20.
What about Pinwinkle?
Well, -2 is 13. So.
Well, you're at -2 at the moment. For the yeah, that's right, the other curse, yes.
Yes.
So
So now
Theodore.
Let's roll.
Bella.
Belath, obviously having turned back around to face Cordar, is slightly ahead of him because he's facing the right direction at 11.
11. You guys are going so well today.
And I rolled 11 on dice if you need, Victor.
I got a total of 16. I rolled a dice already.
Okay, cool. No problem.
Okay.
Thank
and
you.
Let's see what your little friends roll.
Not very high, but that's okay.
Apparently not very high.
It's okay. I'll have it with another layer. Hey.
Okay. So apparently they got the lowest.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a challenge to me who could be slowest.
Apparently you guys lost on who could be slowest.
This
So
is a race to the bottom.
apparently Kangasera gets to go first as you see what appears to be a mean dog-faced creature, two creatures pop into the room.
Creatures, animal, face. Did I saw it?
You do
Did
recognize
I know
them
its
as
face?
Fey.
Okay. I will attempt a nature check to get more info.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Nature check.
So
Let
this
me
takes up one
roll
of your
the
actions?
Dice. Dice is 16. Let me check the total. Nature. 16 plus 7. That's a total of 23.
Okay, so these tiny Fey creatures are known as gremlins.
Gremlins.
Yep. So if you ever saw the movie Gremlins in the 80s,
Don't feed them water.
they were the nice version of these
Don't
guys.
get them wet.
Don't get them water.
Feed them after
Next
midnight.
mod wine.
That's right, yeah. Nothing about
And
that.
gremlins.
Don't get them wet.
That's right, yeah.
So they in this version of the game, they are Fey creatures, and they are evil creatures, and
Ooh.
they basically make people's life hell. They are tricksters and saboteurs.
Is there an appropriate knowledge on that?
That was nature,
Cool.
which someone has already done.
Yeah, sorry.
Are they intelligent
Hey guys,
creatures
I'm
or
sure
just
back
like?
away for a moment. I'll be back shortly.
All good. We will
Sorry.
see you when you get back. Cordar will just step out of the room to sort out
Yeah.
something.
Cordar, you
It's
dick!
gonna be a few minutes. That's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so
Are they intelligent creatures
I
or
guess they
just
are.
like beasts?
they are intelligent, more so than some characters,
Yeah, true.
which is not hard to do.
Not on this party, no.
Do I know what language they talk?
They talk Knoll and Undercommon.
Undercover.
And Stabby Stab.
Under- I do speak Undercommon in Sylvan.
They do not speak
So
Sylvan.
I will use another action to attempt to talk to them.
Okay. What do you tell them?
I tell them I am Kangasero of the Wild, and what do you want coming out of this box?
Okay.
What do you want with us?
And that's one action. And what do you do with your final action? Because no one else will have understood that unless they also speak Undercommon.
I do.
And then after I say everything I said, I will pull my spear and get it ready.
Okay, you have your
But
spear ready.
I do not like point my spear to them, but I just pull my spear and grab it just to be ready to attack if something happens.
That is all good. And then we have Pimwinkle is up next.
I heard him speaking undercommon.
Yes.
In this room, is any dark spots or anything like that?
There are some dark spots, yes.
They haven't reacted yet, have they? Oh, I'll speak in undercommon to him too, actually. So Victor can hear this. I don't think anyone else knows undercommon, do they?
No.
No. So, you're the summoned creatures from the box, hey? Are you going to tell us what this box is about? Or do we have to work it out of you?
Okay.
Okay,
Do you want to see if you can identify them?
I don't know. Oh, he hasn't told me yet, I know.
No, not saying.
No. But I'm just going to say, I know the magic thing was going to summon monsters, so it was like... But I'll just say that in undercommon, I say. And that's one action to say that. And if one provokes attack against me, or attacks me, I want to react with a dagger.
Well, you wouldn't have a dagger out.
Wouldn't have a dagger. Oh, sorry.
So basically, you've got you can't basically do it instant pull instead.
Because I talked, I couldn't do that. Yeah, that's a pain. Yeah,
I know.
No, I'll stand next to Kangasura.
Yep.
I'll have my hand on my dagger, but I won't pull it out.
Okay. So you have your hand on the dagger and you won't pull it out.
And I'll just look at him and try to see if they can relay in conversation.
Then it is Balasco. Apparently, they've gone jibber jabber, and stood shoulder to shoulder.
Delay.
Okay, you're delaying. And then it's up to Nexa, because we're skipping Gordar at the moment. You hear jibber jabber, and then Bala going, looking like he's pondering what he's going to do next.
Nexa looks confused. How far away are the Fey creatures?
They are probably about 20-30 feet away.
Nexa will approach like 10 meters
Yep.
and see how they react.
Well, in 10 meters, I think you'll be right up against them.
Is that because you said feet before and then I said feet meters?
Yep.
10 meters more than 30 feet for you, that you know.
You can cross the room in 10 meters.
Okay, well, let's say I approach 10 feet and see if they react.
Well, they don't seem to be using a reaction.
Okay, next we'll walk up a little bit more and then go to the wall and just sort of stand there and stare.
Okay.
Back again. Sorry about that.
And then Kordar steps in and has his go.
I do.
Yeah.
All you heard is
No, he was out of the room. He has no
yeah,
idea.
he was out of the room. He doesn't know. What's
So your
going
first action is you open the door.
Okay.
Be back in a sec.
You see two fade-like creatures standing next to the open box. They are tiny in size.
Did you force the box and therefore broke the magical trap that summoned creatures?
No,
I'm talking to Pimwinkle.
but I respond.
I look around and go, huh? And
So, is there anything? Are they just standing there? No one else has reacted at all yet?
oh no, you don't know.
What I've walked into is a sense of there's two people on the box.
Oh.
Pimwinkle just standing in, or sorry, two
Can I
gremlins
do a reaction?
inside the
Go,
box.
shush.
Pimwinkle's got his hands
You
on
can
the
use
box.
your reaction, yes.
I'm going to use my reaction against to you. I look around to you and I give you the shush symbol.
Yeah, because that works with Kordar every single fucking time.
I'm going to try it this time.
Okay, so you've been shushed by Pimwinkle.
It's like trying to cast a water spell on a friggin' water elemental.
So you've got one action left.
Corda stands quietly to see what happens next.
Okay. So, the gremlin-like creatures sort of stretch. Everyone now gets to make a will save.
Damn.
I thought it'd be nice for once.
Oh no, this is just because they've had an action. This is no attack. This is nothing. This is just their action started and
Because they exist.
they exist. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Will
must
save you
have
said?
failed miserably. I got a total of 12.
And you must roll twice and take the worst result.
Wait, but all of us?
All of you.
Well, that's alright.
It'd be worse than that.
Well, mine's
Yeah,
17.
12 total is the worst.
Yep.
24.
26.
Nexa?
I saw you 20 and I was like,
What was Nexus?
I was on mute. Nexa's lowest was 17.
17. Okay, so those of you who got less than 16, which I believe was Kangasera,
Yeah, I got it.
you now have disadvantage on all skill checks and d20 rolls.
How much is the advantage?
Like you roll 2 dice. In the same way you roll the will save thing, you roll 2 dice and you take the worst.
Okay, then.
It's just the nature of these creatures. They have an unlocked
Gremlins
aura.
bring bad luck.
Yeah, no one really wants
Don't call
gremlins
for
around.
nothing.
A halfling aura luck wouldn't revoke it, would it?
No. Well, do you get advantage?
Only when I use the. Oh, no. Only when I have to use half the luck. Yeah, okay.
Yep. This one is a permanent whenever you're in their
I thought I'd
proximity.
ask a question. It's fine. Good question to ask.
Was the box open when Cordar walked in?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so first one, Axe. He pulls out a short bow from nowhere, loads the arrow from nowhere, and points it at Pimlico and fires.
What a rude bastard.
Hitting a whole armor class of 11.
Lucky, but no. Wrong there. My armor class is.
So you're wandering around the Pathfinder Lodge in your armor?
No. I can't wear that yet. I'm still going to explore. Set on 18.
18. Okay, so he misses on the first thing that embeds deep into the stone wall beside you.
Hey!
And he fires again. Hitting an armor class of 9 that time.
Just.
And basically, it just basically also puts embeds into the wall beside you, and the wall is smoking around it. The other one does pretty much just looks at you, holds his bow piece in his hand, and then he shoots at Kangasero instead of you while staring at you. He's staring at Pimwinkle while shooting at Kangasero.
That's a bit creepy.
What the hell?
No, it's a Fae, not Hal. Hal would have a completely different attitude.
No, that would be him.
So, would a 17 hit Kangasero?
No.
It would
Thank
not?
God.
Are you wearing armor? Because you probably shouldn't have armor here.
If I am not wearing armor, then it would be a hit.
It would, because you're currently in the safety of the Pathfinder Lodge. Why would you need your armor now?
Well, in the case of
Because my
Cordar,
armor is basically my clothes, actually.
Cordar could still be in his stuffed leather pajamas.
Most people generally don't go to an award ceremony in heavy armor.
No.
I just want my skin because it's my detective skin.
Okay, so...
Okay, that's a hit.
I would like to act.
You can after their turn.
Yep.
And so he does 6 points of damage to Kangasero.
So
Oh,
rude.
that's hurt.
Well, I haven't got your full hit points at the moment, so I'm still on your
My
roll.
full hit points is actually 32 at level
At this stage, it's probably not a good point to throw numbers at me because you'll be keeping track of your hit points during this combat.
2. Alright,
By the
then
way,
is
yes.
I got 6 damage, right?
You got 6 damage.
Thank you.
And then he basically does the same thing.
So rude. I try to be competent.
And hits armor class 11. Oh, not 11. 9. Still not a critical failure, but it does slam into the wall with a sort of smoking sound.
I have a disgruntled look on my face. So
And they are they're just smiling at Pimwinkle. And then Balath gets to have his delayed action.
Underlay, rebar. So is it them cube them?
So,
As in just their...
creepy looking guy.
Yeah, whatever. They're annoying.
Oh,
so
look!
they're...
There's a picture. Oh, they're ugly bastard.
They're next to each other?
They are within about 5 feet of each other.
Yep, sorry.
Because they're tiny creatures, they can quite easily stand.
Yep, let me just have a quick Google through. My apologies. Oh, you fuck. Sorry, I have to look up an item to look up the spell. I'm pretty sure it's...
Your staff.
Yeah.
I'm using fire.
Yeah.
Pikachu, I choose you.
Yes. Fire damage to creatures. Fantastic. Flaming Hands.
Yep.
With basic reflex of DC. Is it my DC?
It is your DC.
Fantastic. That's gone up. DC 18.
DC 18. And that is reflex.
Yep.
Correct.
And is it an area effect?
Yes.
And it's how big is the area?
15-foot cone.
You don't mind hitting table and box?
Only affects creatures.
Only affects creatures?
Yeah.
Okay, first one gets a 25.
Yeah, that'll probably do it.
What's the DC?
18.
Then that is only a success, not a critical success,
Yep.
so he takes half damage.
Yep.
And the second one gets a 21.
Yep. 2 damage in total.
So each take 2 damage.
Correct.
Okay. So, now Balath has gone and he goes at the end of the round.
He'll step behind Corda, by the way.
Yep. Kangasero, you're up. You can see that they're paying no attention to you and just smiling at the halfling.
You look like you could
Okay,
use a hand.
then I should smite
You look
this
like you could use a
creature
hand. Some help.
with nature.
I dare say.
So-
Then I will.
Killing
How close am I to them?
You are probably about 10 feet away from them.
You? Were you the one who did the thing?
You're the one who said, hey, what's going on?
They fit.
The Richie
Then I will
the face.
throw my spear on them
Okay, you throw
Oh,
your
my-
spear at one.
with all my strength. Let me
You
roll.
carried your spear to the award ceremony?
Did you carry your spear to the award ceremony?
He doesn't give a shit about civilization, so I imagine he would.
Well, he didn't carry
Probably
his own.
yes. Everybody have weapons, right?
Most people would only have one-handed small weapons.
I've got
So,
my walking stick.
I was thinking Cordar's got his dagger, but probably not much more. So
Then
you've
if I
got hand
if I
wraps and
don't-
mighty blows.
You do have the hand wraps and
yeah.
mighty blows, and Cordar
Alright,
does have
alright.
his silver hammer.
I was going to say I've already known you silver hammer. I was
if
thinking,
I don't-
damn, I
if I
didn't
don't
go cold
have-
iron.
If I don't have my spear to throw,
You
Then I will
you just
I
think
will do
it
something
would be
else.
great to have my spear right now, except you know it's sitting right next to your leather armor. That would have meant they missed you.
then if I have no weapons here, what I will do is I will summon a portal and bring in a creature.
Okay. You spend the
I will
round
summon an
summoning.
animal. I will use all my 3 actions to summon an animal,
Mhm.
and I bring a viper already. Let me see what
Give
else I can
me
bring.
a memory test. Roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
Alright, I will roll a d20 with no modifiers.
No modifier, flat check.
Throw some wisdom in there.
I got a 19.
19. Okay.
Never mind.
Remembering gremlins, from the looks of these guys can speak with animals. So the fact that if you summon an animal, they might be able to talk it into doing stuff for them.
Yeah, but they are my minions.
Do you want to risk that?
And these are gremlins. Gremlins have a way of subverting things.
Uh-huh. You know this. You do. You rolled a nature roll.
So you remember that just before you start casting. It's up to you if you want to finish casting. You got that free.
Okay, so since I remember these creatures does talk to animals too, I will do something else. I will since I have no weapons, I will bring my body. I will make my body to a weapon. I will pull my Wolverine claws, and I will go to strike this creature.
Okay, so you one action to make your claws go out, I believe.
Yeah, one action to pull my claws, one action to move, and one action to strike. Actually.
Okay, give me an attack roll with disadvantage. So roll twice and give me the lower result.
Oh damn, that is it. Okay, let me roll twice before pulling my modifiers. One I got 13, and the second one I got 2. God damn it. That's a fail. That's a fail, probably.
Yes, and apparently you're summoning the gods at the same time.
No, wait.
I'll try to warn you.
That's your second time tonight.
Oh.
Third time the gods will appear.
Have you learned from Pinwinkle? Have you not learned from Pinwinkle?
Well, Pinwinkle hasn't learned from Pinwinkle.
Pinwinkle hasn't seen any of that stuff yet.
Okay, so you can see that Kangasero is getting caught up in his claws and wraps as he's rushing forward.
Okay.
And then it is Pinwinkle's time to save the day. Apparently you're immune to their arrows because they keep missing you.
How much time do I get affected by this, the unlock stuff?
So
while you're in their presence, probably.
Very much so.
Yeah. So I say to everyone, looks like they're not friendly. I say this is normal speak.
Gee, you're perceptive.
Yes, I try to talk them down, and I look at one in the eyes and go, and I go, time to play, and I leap and.
Yep.
So I pull out, leap, and then one attack.
Give me an attack roll.
I'll pick the other one these or not. So.
Yep.
That's actually pretty bad. That's a 13 total.
What did Kangasero get on his actual attack roll when he rolled the...
What did you get on your roll, Victor? When you
Was he doing a
attacked
spell?
No, when he did his
I
attack.
got a total of 10.
I just wanted to check because you can critically fumble, which I think Pinwinkle may have.
No, I got 13.
13, okay. You're getting low numbers.
What was a low number? And I look at him and go, next time I'll get you.
Okay, so next you can see that your druid and your investigator are both in the face of the tiny little gremlins who are threatening them. They seem to be ignoring you completely. Would Nexa like to watch?
Yeah, next time we'll hold actions for a bit and just watch.
Okay.
Is it up to Cordar yet?
It is now up to Cordar.
Okay. Cordar's going to draw his short sword.
Yep.
And,
Did he bring his short sword?
well, I figure, like I say, yes, he's not carrying his bastard sword around, but short sword at his hip would be reasonable,
Yeah.
as well as a dagger, I would have said. So,
And you do have the hammer.
and the hammer, yeah, that's right. But I don't want to damage the hammer, so so I'll get my short sword and take a swing.
Okay.
Or a stab, in fact. Well, no, they're piercing and slashing, so... Oh, no, short sword, yeah, piercing and slashing. But anyway. 13, AC 23.
That's a hit.
So what's the effect of cold iron on gremlins?
They do an extra 2 damage.
An extra 2? Okay. 9, 10 points, 11 points of damage.
Okay, he shrieks a bit as he's hit.
I say,
I will take
how about that talking now? I say in uncommon is my reaction. That's all I'm going to say.
AC 20.
And that's also a hit.
For 9 points of damage.
On the same one?
Yep.
Okay, he goes down. and just an explosion of blood and mucus goes around the room as he dies. No bone or flesh.
So that's one gone, one left.
Yep, one left.
That's his go.
Okay.
That was a step forward and then 2 swings. So that's my done.
Okay. He drops his bow, pulls out a sword, and jumps at Corda. But that's all his actions.
Can I act now?
Next, I can now act.
Can I walk? Can I take out my bastard sword? Because it's a little thing, isn't it?
No, the bastard sword's a big thing.
Bastard sword is bigger than Pinwinkle.
Yeah, imagine something in between a long sword and a great sword.
But it's the smallest sword I have.
I know.
Yes.
So you're walking around without a sword.
Which makes you
It's a
awesome.
small weapon by Nexar standards, but it doesn't make it a small weapon.
Well, I can use my rancer if that's more appropriate as a
No. Just smack it with your hand.
Your answer would also be way too big because the answer is taller than you are.
Yeah, but didn't they give her the rancio?
No, that wasn't part
No,
of
the
it.
answer was what was party loot. What was your perk? What was your award?
The dog.
The dog.
Oh, that's like the puppy. Yes.
Puppy.
Yeah.
But yeah, just use your hand. They're not that big.
Okay. I can punch it. What is like
You can even grapple it.
Yeah. Wait. I don't know. Is that a trap?
That is an athletics roll to actually grab something against their fortitude DC.
Sure. I'll grapple it.
That is what a fortitude.
What do I do once I've grappled it though?
You gotta roll to see if you can do it first. But basically, the idea is at the moment you kind of just grab it. So
Okay.
So you'd move
I'll
over,
roll
you
my
grab
thing
it.
first.
You roll a d20, add your athletics to it.
So I rolled a 14 plus an 8, I think. Let me just check. Yeah, so 22.
22, so you have no problems grabbing it, and you could have another grapple roll to put it on the ground so it can't move.
or just pick it up so I hold it against you so I can't move.
It does have a sword, so he can still stab her.
Okay, yes.
Whereas,
No, I will try to do as suggested. I rolled a net 20, so 28 upgraded.
okay, so you have no problems pinning it with the sword on the ground beneath it.
Cool.
So
think
next
that's
next
my
up for
turn.
the win.
Yes, Nexer is good at grappling today.
Kangasero, the vexing creature that you are fighting, is now pinned on the ground in front of you. What would you like to do?
I will like
So-
shake my.
Cordash is a free action. So, did this pop out of the box, Pinwinkle? Did you release the magic trap?
These things came out of the box. I was trying to talk to them, but they didn't want to talk. Maybe it's a good time to talk.
I will try to talk to it again.
Okay.
Nothing they say can be believed. It will all be lies.
I would like to try to intimidate that, like showing my claws and say in Undercommon that you are now dead, my friend. If you don't speak to us, you will be dispatched as your other friend.
Okay, give me a another intelligence check. So just a flat check on D20.
Noting Kangasero's words, Cordar will point his cold iron sword. Close to
Does
the women's
the disadvantage counts?
Disadvantage does cover this as well.
Let
Any-
me roll again.
Anything that rolls a D20 has 2 rolls and take them the worst.
Okay, the worst was 7. Let me get my. I got actually -1, so that's total 6.
Okay, so you don't understand why it doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you.
I will stop the damn thing.
And then you stab it?
I will attempt to. I'm pissed.
Well,
Don't
it
flex
is currently
his foot.
held, so give me a D20 roll with disadvantage.
Damn, that's rock. Damn, I got 2. I got the natural 20, then I rolled a 2.
So what is your total?
My total is 10 again.
Okay, you just managed to miss Nexa and the gremlin. as you stab the ground. Would you like to try again?
Don't do it. Don't.
I
I'm not
will
trying to-
stand up and like pray to the old faithful old dead are still to
Give me a religion check.
bring me my fortune back. A religion check?
Yep.
I will roll 2 times again.
Yep. Taking the worst.
A natural 20. Achoo! God damn it! Damn.
Okay, so
Normally,
Kangasero, you see everything fade away as you call out to your guide. You are now standing before him.
That's the second time I get a natural 20, then I roll 2.
And you find yourself now standing before your god that you have now damned thrice today.
No, wait. I didn't damn the god. I damn the roll of the dice. I am speaking.
The god says
outside of the
what
game.
dice?
I am speaking outside of the game. No.
He says you have damned
What
me
I
thrice
said
in the
inside
last
the
5
game
minutes.
was- what I said in character was, "Oh, old faithful Deadeye, please help me to get my luck back, and punish this creature for harming my family."
Unfortunately, that's not what you said. That's what you intended to say. And you still find yourself standing before your god.
Can I just interrupt for a second? When somebody says, God damn it, as in a creature or object, it's not saying God damn it as in blaspheming, it's saying God as in my God damn this thing.
Yeah. Do what I want you to do.
Okay,
God.
Victor.
But asking your god to do stuff.
Well, he did roll a
I
20.
demand that you listen to me.
So, your god's now standing before you. I'm saying, so what is it you want me to do for you?
I want you to give my luck back and protect and help me to protect my family. Help me do the protecting. I mean,
Okay, your family in particular?
yeah, my family is all those Pathfinders down there.
Okay. So, as you come back to yourself, you stab through and skewer the creature in the back of their head. And he pops.
Oh, Deadeye. Oh, Deadeye.
That's okay. So,
Thank you.
at this case, would anyone else like to make a nature roll to identify the creatures?
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. So, Balath, you understand that with that roll there's a reason why these creatures didn't respond.
I
They're
also
mostly
got a
deaf.
natural.
Deaf.
Yeah, they can't hear words unless you scream them.
I could have intimidated them, and it was what I was going to do next.
So, the reason they didn't actually answer anything you said, they didn't hear it.
Cordar's going to grab a piece of pull out a hanky type something
Yeah.
and start cleaning up some of the splatters.
Yeah, they're only around for about a minute or two before they start to fade. But
Prestidigitation.
okay.
Prestidigitation.
It's enough for you to know you killed something.
That's right. The point was that he didn't want to damage Madame Hindmarsh's
Library?
That's right. He wanted to clean things up before she got back.
Jeremy, you got some prestidigitation cleaning.
Okay, that makes it quicker.
Going over to the box.
Yeah.
The 24. What's in the box? Yeah, it's
Okay.
By the way, gentlemen, just before you all carry on, for future notice, these are... What were they?
They were gremlins,
Gremlins?
of the...
Yeah, so these gremlin things, they're actually deaf.
Oh! That's why they couldn't understand Kangasoo and me.
Yes!
Oh,
They might not have spoken the language as well, but they're deaf, mostly.
But that doesn't explain why they shot first, though.
Well, you actually have
like,
people for weapons
While
facing
you
them.
guys are all doing that,
No,
I will just
yeah.
like
Okay, cool.
sit myself on the floor and like pray to.
You know them as
the god of
Pugwampy.
nature.
Pugwampy.
Pugwampy, yes.
With that role, I assume I'd know their brothers and sisters. Great, cool.
And they are weak to cold iron. They do have the ability to speak to animals at will,
Mhm.
as well as use prestidigitation, just like you.
All of these things I relate
And they have
to the
an
rest
aura
of
of unluck for anyone within 20 feet of them.
So what
who
I'm
doesn't
hearing is
succeed.
Balath is a Pugwampy.
I'm still walking.
So that prestidigitation that I have, the handiest, most annoying spell ever. Big old dick on top of Jeremy's head. No.
With gemstones?
Martin, I will attempt to have focus myself and like attune to the god of nature and sit myself on the floor.
That's okay. I'm
For
sure
10
he'll
minutes.
want some sort of offering for the gift he gave you.
I can't give trade. Tempted, but not magic. So, yeah. I'll walk over to the box and have a search and open the box now.
What
Okay.
kind of offering does Rusty like? Do I know?
It has to be something that means something to you. So if you offer something that has no meaning to you, it has no meaning to the god.
So something you would love, being a nature lover, I suppose, in some way.
So for you, that could be the equivalent of freshly picked flowers or seeds ready for growing, or anything along those sort of lines.
Okay. I will sacrifice. I will give to my god the stuff I am using for casting primal spells since I become a druid.
He might even ask you to do the equivalent of planting or tending a grove of trees for no reason other than making up for stuff you've done for him. As a god of nature, gods don't necessarily care about material things.
Yeah, since the primal focus is like a living thing, let's say, I can like plant the stuff and get rid of it. So now I can actually cast any primal spells. That's my primal focus.
Or you can
will
take
plant
a,
my primal
or
focus.
you can take a piece from it and plant that. You don't have to give up the whole thing.
I will give up my whole thing.
Okay.
That's your choice. Okay, so looking inside it, most of it is empty, but you do find 3 garnets worth, probably something each. A really fine silver dagger.
Damn.
And a ring.
Yeah, that ring. Nothing else at all.
Use Presti to clean up the ring and examine it.
Yeah.
Had
I'll
a
lift
feeling
them.
that's where you were
I'll
going.
lift them all out of all of them out of
Yep.
the box. I'll
Do you want to take magic?
Do I want to? No, I haven't got to take magic. So.
King Sarah does. But he can't use it now because he's given up his primal focus.
Nah, man.
I still actually praying because
Can I just
it
look at
takes
all?
like 10 minutes.
I assume the gems are just garnets, right?
Yeah.
The dagger.
You saw it.
So if there's any writing on the dagger at all?
It has runic script. You don't understand what it says.
Okay, and the ring's got probably runic script on
It
it.
does too.
Okay, I think we wait till the lady gets back to show what we found.
Okay.
We do not mention
Okay,
the
10 minutes
Do
after
not mention the gremlins?
I can get back and examine it too.
And I'm going around with any cloth. I'm going outside, go to get some cloth, wiping it so speakly clean so nothing happened in here at all.
Hey,
Okay.
that's what I got this.
So when you come back with the cloth, you notice she's in the room.
Oh, hey, how you going? Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry. Had a bit of a sneeze. Sorry about that.
Well, she says, first allow me to apologise for that unpleasantness regarding the gremlins. But it does provide an excellent object lesson. The life of an adventurer is not one for the weak-hearted. That you not only took care of the gremlins, but also got the box open. In the first place is all the confirmation I need that you were the first choice for the job I have in mind. You see, I've recently had trouble with one of my informants here in Magnamar, Natala Vandakaskin. She's a half Varisian who recently approached the Pathfinder Society with an offer to serve as a street informant. She runs with the Skanazi. I'm not sure with which group. A week ago, Natala sent me a cryptic hint that her gang was on the verge of uncovering an item that would be of great interest to the Society. Since the Snazi's method of uncovering something often involves an armed robbery or breaking into someone's personal chambers, we thought it prudent not to press for further details and instead waited to see what they would produce. Sufficient to say, she hinted strongly that it pertained to the Thassilonian and promised to meet me to discuss it this find 3 days ago. She never kept that promise. Instead, she seemed to have simply vanished. Initially, I assumed that the acquisition of this item was simply taking longer than expected, but now I'm hearing rumours that the Snazi are looking for her as well. It seems likely that Natalia had absconded with the item she discovered, and this is where you enter, my friends. I want you to know what it was that Natalia and the Snazi found. In fact, I'm more interested in that than in what happened to her at all. For now, I'd like to keep all of this quiet. If you can find out what happened to Natalia without letting a lot of people know she was working for me as an informant, that would be preferable. That's a big part of why I'm coming to you. As new members of the Pathfinder Society with this task, you don't have a reputation in Magnemar as Pathfinders, and as such, the low-license criminals you are likely to encounter may be more likely to talk. So go out there and look for Natalia. Find out what happened to her and to this item she and her gang discovered. If you can secure the item, all the better. Bring it to me and I'll have a reward of 50 gold apiece for you. Ooh. And if you can bring Natalia back alive for me to speak to, I'll double that.
Ooh. She's very nice.
I kind of grab her attention. As you know, I'm local here.
Yes.
Don't people know I went to the Pathfinder Society or not?
No, they just, as far as they know, you disappeared 3 years ago and didn't pay your bills.
Yeah, I think my sister covered that now. Okay.
And at which point you have this flashback. You remember when you came back and met up with your mum after being away for a couple of months doing stuff with the Pathfinders.
Yeah.
You find that her house has big cracks through the front facing. The windows are all broken.
Oh, okay.
And there's this slight hum in the air. Give me a perception roll.
Wait, we are already there?
This is Pinwinkle. Did he take anyone home with him?
No.
Okay, so yeah, what was your perception?
22.
Okay, yes, this is not how you left it. And that hum really is hurting your ears as you step into her place. Everything of glass is broken.
Okay. Mum's there, isn't she?
Yeah, she's got things stuffed in her ears. Doesn't even notice you come in.
I'll look at the ruin that I put on the floor.
She's in the basement.
In the basement. Do I hear it loud around there?
Well, when you go to the basement, you see it's glowing and pulsing.
What's glowing pulsing? The basement, the floor?
In the runes in the floor, and it's going around in a. You can see the pulse going in a circle around the runic circle, and as the pulse is close to you, it's the loudest. And you sort of see bits of dust dropping from the ceiling above you as you're staring at it.
I walk away from it.
Don't go
The
there.
closer I get, it's the more louder I guess. Is that right?
Yep.
As soon as I go outside, I don't hear it anymore, do I?
I know you still hear it outside.
Just not as loud as.
You'd think that it hasn't changed its pitch in any way. It's just it's more distant from you. You think it's been like that since you activated it?
Hey, Mum, do you want to move to a new place?
She's not responding.
Take it outside.
Oh, who are you? What are you? Oh, sorry. Oh, you're alive. But this awful noise has got this ringing in my ear. I've seen a doctor about it, but he can't figure out what it is.
How about I find a new place for you, Mike?
But I like this place. This is my place. I saved up for it. I've lived here for more than you've been alive.
Let's see what I can do, okay?
Why would I want to move?
I think.
Kids have been playing a lot of pranks and breaking my windows, but I'll get them. I'm sure I'll see them doing it.
Okay, I understand. Look, as long as you're okay, I can't go, okay. I will go find a new place for a while. Say, hey, look what I found for you. Yeah.
It's okay, just got this ringing in my ears. These rags seem to fix it. She says she stuffs it back in.
Okay, Mum. Yeah, okay.
And she's busily preparing some sort of meal.
Okay.
It smells like her. You think it's got some of the dust from the roof in it.
She was terrible. I know where I got it from. So Okay. Well, I thought but I said, but I know I went to the Pathfinder, so that was the only thing I was worried about. So I said, okay. Hey, I know some contacts I might be able to use here, guys.
And also, there's also all these stuff. You do notice that in the basement is chock full of a lot of stuff that you remember from your place before you left it. All boxed in, some of it on its side, a lot of it just tossed in. All your childhood stuff just thrown in a corner here.
Thanks, Mel. Okay. Really, yeah.
So anything of value is not there.
Yeah, sister. Oh, before we push, what do you think, Vanessa? Oh, you haven't seen sis lately, have you?
Of course, I always see her every now and then.
Oh, really?
She's more frequent than you are.
Oh, when the last time you see her?
She came through about a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she could fix the place up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did she say to where she was going?
Yeah, out. She said she'd be right back.
Did you leave any sort of forwarding contact at all? In case I wanted to get hold of her?
Why did she do that? You never did.
Yeah, fine. Okay. If you tell her that I'd like to have a chat next time I saw her.
Okay, so she writes on the wall, Pinwinkle wants a chat.
Okay.
And as you're walking out, you see sort of the dust sort of shaking and the writing slowly falling away. So it's more like Winkle wants a whack.
Okay. Okay. I let the group know. I said, okay, I've got some contacts. So I go to, I think if I remember rightly, it was the old Shady Inn in the under.
Well,
yeah. Anyway.
Cordar's going to say,
Yeah.
Cordar's going to be talking to, or asking Miss Hindmarsh.
Yep.
So, well, first of all, I try to confirm, from a player versus Cordar's knowledge, Cordar's certainly aware of the Snarky faction.
Yep.
From his time in Absalom.
They are a faction as well as a people, so...
well, actually, the question I was going to ask was obviously he's aware of the faction from a Pathfinder perspective, but does that fit the context for the way that Man Highmarsh was using it?
It does, because the Snazi aren't known for doing things bluntly, nicely or intricately. They're very much the blunt instrument solution.
But technically, would the Snazi faction still provide some reporting to the Pathfinder Grand Master of Varisia?
The Grand Master would probably hear about stuff going on here, but he...
on the idea that if they're still Pathfinders, even though they might have...
Oh no, they wouldn't be Pathfinders. They would just be members of the family. It's like saying that in Mafia you got crime bosses and you've got workers. The Pathfinders are the equivalent of crime bosses.
Okay, yep.
And majority of the people are the minions. And so most of the Snazi faction are minions with very few crime bosses.
Okay. So yeah, well in that case then, yeah, Cordar's going to ask the question and say, well, yes, you mentioned that you was working with the Snazi. Have you any idea as to where she might be found, where the group that she was working with might be found?
Well, she doesn't really know much about her, other than the woman approached the Pathfinders and offered to be some sort of double agent amongst their clans. Pathfinders have forged many alliances with the Snazi in many cities throughout the Inner Sea region, and she knew that having a member of one of the gangs as a double agent could be useful. But she doesn't trust them yet.
You mentioned one of the gangs. Are there multiple gangs?
The Snazis are like family, so think Mafia family, and how there are different families involved.
Okay.
And the Grandmaster pretty much stands above them all, but even though he stands above them all, they all have their own internal politics and bickering.
Yep, fair enough. But so is she aware of any of the particular gangs of Snazi in Magnamar?
Not really. She is not
families, I should say.
Yeah, she's not that much associated with the underworld.
Okay.
That's why she recommended Pinwinkle to join the team, because he was and his sister were deep involved in some of their dealings.
Well, my sister.
And so all of your contact with this lady She initiated. She came to you. Is that correct?
She did come to me, she does know more about the Snazi, and they have been. They are part of the founding of Magnamar, and they're not the most dangerous or powerful of the city's criminal organizations, but they are the most visible. They generally don't involve themselves in violent crimes, and in many cases in Magnamar, they actually help to protect and police the less fortunate neighborhoods, and so they're generally well regarded by the lower class. And she says there are 6 major gangs in the city: the Creepers, the Loons Lads, the Gallowed, the Tower Girls, the Washside Ringers, and the Wreckwash Blades, with the Gallowed being the most powerful Snazi family in the city.
Okay.
And when she was approaching Sheila with the offer of serving, she engaged the aid of a man known as the Amazing Zograthi, a Varisian who keeps a permanent tent and fortune-telling business in Washers Row in Dockway, specifically at the end of a narrow alley that serves as a permanent street fair.
Okay.
And Pinwinkle knows he's one of the fronts between Snazi and the outside world. But she says, beware of the Nyla slavers prowling the streets, because you might find yourself on a slave ship by come morning. Though also beware the Hell Knights who may be prowling looking for said slavers, and they don't really distinguish between slaver and person who doesn't have a reason to be there.
Yes.
She does not know which orders they're trying to infiltrate this city, but she does know they've come here in force.
But they say they're coming in at the invitation to support the Pathfinders.
Mainly from the Cheliax faction.
Right.
So they're flying the Cheliax flag as a way to hide who they are and why they're here.
Mm-hmm.
This amazing fella that I didn't quite grab the name of, but that's okay.
The amazing Zograthi.
Grathy. I would know of him from.
That's why I said you know of him.
Do I know? With my previous dealings with him, I might have done a few cases.
He made you pay through the nose every time.
Is there anything that he likes that might reduce that payment, kind of?
Money. Gems.
Gems. Huh?
Stolen items.
Gems, huh?
Okay. Things belonging to other people.
Gem encrusted sex toys.
That would go well with him.
Do I know that?
But look this way, he will rub anything that's got gems on it.
I have flashbacks there. It's like,
Sound familiar at all, friend?
Bella, I think I've got a favour to ask of you.
Yes. What can Bella do for you?
And what time of the day are we at the moment? When was the award ceremony?
The award ceremony was at noon, so it took you about an hour to deal with the gremlins, and then you've and have a discussion with her going through everything.
Yep.
And then and that's also including opening the box. Time that took, and then you've basically got most of the about another 6 to 8 hours of sunlight before it starts to set, because it's summer, and a chance to pick up all your gear before going out. Though she does still recommend not taking much in the way of weaponry that's visible, because you're not town guards. And wearing armor openly is enough for you to be questioned, and Hell Knights generally question with the point of a blade.
Is that any armor, or is like medium, heavy, or light?
They don't really distinguish. They just anyone looking like they're there to deal trouble because the city's supposed to be safe.
Would a Chilaxian maybe get a little bit more tolerance from them?
A Chilaxian is expected to know the law.
Right, so a Chilaxian wouldn't be wouldn't if a Chilaxian was walking around not contravening the law, he wouldn't get as much grief as somebody who would potentially be a slaver.
That is pretty much true, yes.
Cool.
They would question you and seek your insight more than killing you on the side.
Gotcha.
But they would question you because they like speaking their native tongue.
Absolutely fine.
So I suggest if you're going to bring anything along, make sure it's hidden on your body. That's all.
Yeah, but in Cordo's case, he was saying, yep, okay, just we're not wearing his split mail, but whether or not his studded leather was still acceptable streetwear. So,
As long as they don't identify you as wearing armor, because you're not town guards, and if you were to dress as town guards, you'd be then done as impersonating town guards.
Yeah, exactly. But if the town guards normally wore medium armor, then light armor wouldn't. But that's right.
Well, they go around in Magnamar's colours and symbology.
Yeah.
So make it obvious who they are, and they don't patrol the areas where you're heading to. The Snazi patrol those, and they don't wear armor.
Somewhat disguise, like head of disguise. I want to look like a full detective set.
Yep. Okay, so you look like a Renaissance detective.
That's right.
Right, so you're not going the deerstalker hat and
No. This is what I used to wear back in my day.
and the cloak of the Mortimer's cloak.
Would a Chilaxian murder hobo be an uncommon, questionable sight? Not for the...
What sort of murder hobo?
Like, just hooded, not like completely homeless, just very indiscreet, indistinct, sort of like crappy hood, crappy cloak, hood.
That happens here.
Cool.
As long as you're not seen carrying obvious weaponry.
What about the staff?
That may be questioned, especially because the staff does look nicely made. It would look out of place with a hobo.
Yeah, I don't really need the staff, to be honest.
If you look old and crippled, and so therefore the staff is a walking stick.
Well, that's exactly what I'm getting at.
Especially if you get someone to disguise it for you. Scuff it up a little.
Or just wrap it up in cloth.
Well, you got someone with hand wraps that you could wrap around it.
No.
Or just press the digitator to make
Yeah,
it more
also,
dirty and scuffed.
one of the things that I'm really going to enjoy messing with Victor's character is casting prestidigitation and cleaning those hand wraps all the time.
You get that fresh lavender smell?
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
The fresh garlic smell?
Yep. Whatever. Funny. Anyway, so...
Well,
Take your move.
well, I suggest if anyone wants to do any shopping, we do it on the way, but let's make this.
You've had a chance to pick up stuff. If you want to pick stuff up,
Yeah, it
it's
was
normal
one.
way.
Yeah, so I mean, I've picked up my explorer clothes that I lost through the acid from mold. So when you're ready, I can take us to this amazing.
Yeah,
Z?
okay. Cordo is saying to Hindmarsh that, yes, obviously we are more than willing and happy to help. I believe Pinwinkle here, he's obviously heard of this amazing Zog.
Zogath or something.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure that he can direct us in the way. So hopefully we shall be able to find and recover this young lady and find out her actual story as soon as possible.
Now, when I spoke to the lady, did she mention what kind of this civilization, what they would like? Did they mention the spy as such mention anything what these people were like at all? Not that they might associate me with a particular game. From my knowledge,
She didn't know.
no, of course not. I'm just
She
trying to-
actually said that earlier. She didn't know which gang she was from.
Okay.
Otherwise, she would have been more specific. But hey, you used to run with the Snazi as you were their detectives.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get the town guard detective job.
No, that's right. No, I wasn't that too.
It's more so that you came
Something
from the
about
lower
burning.
area.
Something about burning the kitchen. Yeah, one time. But, anyway.
Certainly, as we're heading out, what I'll be asking her, so you're aware of this Snazi faction? So by the sound of it, the Gallows might be the ones we're looking for, being the biggest group?
Possibly, but I'll need to talk to this bloke and see if we can get a bit more. He might know a bit more exactly which one they're going with, and then we can work from there. I said it does sound like it might be the Gallows, but they all work very similar in some way, even though they are different size and thing.
But you may also want to visit, she says, before leaving, as you're heading out, visit the Arvensaw, the garrison for the city's watch. They might have some clues, considering any scenario of the road would be on their records.
Well, and also, of course, I guess that so she may well have run afoul of the city guards, possibly during the operation to recover this item. Or I guess that's what she would be looking for in that situation. So, but indeed, it certainly sounds like a worthwhile lead of investigation.
Okay, well, I think we'll do Maze and Z, and then we'll do the garrison. See if they know about
Well, depending upon, is one of them on the way to the other?
Everything's on the way from where you are.
So you're suggesting that the Amazing Z is across town?
So, on the map that you can see there,
Yeah.
you're at the Highmark Manor at the very top.
it. Yep.
So, where you want to get down to is in these areas here, down here.
Yeah.
And where I'd say the place you're looking for would probably be somewhere in this region before you go down, because this is the upper area.
Yep. So the garrison will be in the upper area for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's go the garrison first.
Did
Yeah.
Ma'am Heinlein actually provide a description of this lady we're looking for?
She did. Let me see.
Okay, I'm happy that we got it, more than if we're going to talk to the guards, we want to know exactly, be able to describe who we're trying to look for. So,
I have a picture of one person, but it's not the person you're looking for.
yes, this is not the one you're looking for.
And these aren't the droids you're looking for.
So I have a picture of a Cora Asmaran, which is not the person you're actually trying to find, which is so useful.
Presumably someone else we're going to meet along the way, though.
She was the person that she was talking to while you were busy.
Oh, okay. The one she left to go and talk to while we looked at the box.
Okay, so Natalia Vaskakin, think brunette, curly hair, gypsy-like, probably 20 to 30. So I'll give you a. Can you see that?
Yep.
Any notable features on her at all? Like, just say like a tattoo or anything?
She's
A
Varisian.
shitty pirate headband.
Might not
Never
be
take
wearing
it off.
We have a lot of pirates here. Do we? No.
Pirates are to the north, but the Varisians are gypsy thieves. So gypsy thieves everywhere.
Okay.
Filthy chipper.
Well, okay, so when Dimwickel describes where we're trying to get to, Corner will definitely suggest that it's worth
There's someone falling asleep.
hopping. It certainly sounds like someone's fallen asleep.
Hey, Victor.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Victor, you were snoring.
That's alright.
I am not actually sleeping. I am snoring a bit because my nose is like shut. But I'm here.
Corner will definitely suggest that we want to stop via the guardhouse on the way, possibly the one closest to the quarters of this, like the area, to see if they've got any word of this woman.
Okay, so heading to the Avensor.
May I like hold play a bit before we leave?
So it's actually looms in the southern part of the city, high above the districts of Lowcleth and Naos.
Was there something you wanted to do, Victor? Sorry.
Yeah, may I hold play just a second before we leave?
Yep.
What do you want to do?
I would like to like see the place where I buried my primal focus.
Yep.
And when I was like finishing praying to Rusty was something, and I see something green like grow inside the hole or something like that, and I will see myself getting a gift from Celestial. My new guy familiar, that I will call it Maria.
Okay. So what does your
So
familiar
that
look
can-
like?
Maria is a familiar that is also a Lashai.
So you got a little plant familiar?
Yep, I got a little living plant. Please don't burn the living plant.
Have you got a pot for your plant?
Yeah, she can live like inside my chest or something like that. Not like inside my body, but inside between my body and my armor. Over the shoulder, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just a living plant.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
Little
just hope
happy
someone doesn't
guy.
cast blight on it.
What? Sorry?
Yeah, blight's a terrible thing for plants. Gotta make sure you also water it as well.
I can't give you any of that.
Have plenty of sunlight.
Can't give you that either. Food, water, nothing. Can't give you anything.
Yeah, Pimlicle's a bit stingy.
Pimlico just ignores you.
Plumber
Not
looks to
quickly,
your...
but this is
sorry,
Maria.
not Plumber. Jesus Christ. Belaf looks to your familiar and says, oh, that looks a little
This
bit
is
cute.
this is my familiar. I never had one. This
Really?
is new.
Would you believe I also have a familiar?
Where is it?
It's coming. It's on its way.
And what sort of familiar are you getting?
Bird.
A bird?
Yeah.
What sort of bird?
Probably a raven.
Yeah.
If I still haven't looked at exactly what I'm doing.
The Simpson man.
Quite the raven.
You know, there are actual more familiars in the Advanced Players Guide.
No, I don't. But I will have a look. So anyway, I have an interesting...
Yeah, you
go-
can go to Fairy Dragon.
Fairy Dragon is a possibility,
Oh.
as well as Spell Slime.
Or
an imp.
or an imp.
And Imp
So
suits
actually-
Cheliax.
No. None of these things. Can I,
Sure.
Can I borrow the advanced players guide, please?
You can like make your familiar a little demon nowadays.
I was thinking a really angry looking raven.
I don't like angry. I don't think it. Peck, peck, peck.
Whatever you do, don't go armadillo.
Just a magpie.
Mm-hmm.
A magpie in spring.
And you feed your Vegemite. Yeah, I think that sounds good.
No, you,
Come
you,
on,
you,
Maria,
you
let's
just,
go.
You just like this allowed having Vegemite and it chases after you.
I can't feed anything.
I
I'm not allowed to feed any
gotta
animals,
live in
birds.
I gotta
birds.
live in Vegemite now.
It's the only way you can placate it by giving it Vegemite.
Okay, so as you head into the city, you head towards the Arvensaw, the big city watch. It's basically a watch barracks and a fortress. It looms in the southern part of the city, high above the district of Lowcleth and Naos. The tower itself is 400 feet tall, with the lower portion built into the side of the sea cliff that splits the city in half. The watch officers stationed here are generally busy, and as you arrive there, who's going to talk to them? Pinwinkle heads in first. He gets to make a diplomacy check.
I can. Will I get any advantage being local?
Yes, they actually let you talk.
Okay.
Or you might be getting disadvantaged because they know you too well.
Because I'm thinking. Well, if I want to know
It's
who's,
also been 3 years.
it's been like when I used to talk to people here, when I used to get information, was a particular person I used to talk to at the watch with them. I used to go to all of them.
Give me a flat check.
15.
15. You do know by someone by the name of Gisandi, a Varisian female watch officer.
Okay. Then I'll do it.
Actually, they used to listen to you.
I know. Not many people used to listen to me. She had a soft spot for me. I'll see if she's around or not. Using half luck on that one.
Mm-hmm. Was it a 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's 15 total.
15 total. Okay. Okay, so now I need to roll the dice and see how long it's going to take. So apparently the watch officer says she's a little backed up right now. If you will sit there, we'll get to you as soon as she's free.
Like really backed up.
Cordar's happy to wait in the waiting room area. Look at any of the local signs. Check up and make sure there's no recent statutes or laws that have changed.
Okay, so
Look out for any bounties.
Would I know that a offer of a money of value, would that increase the time that she might come and see me?
I know, but I might give you a night in the cells.
No, I still ask the question.
Yeah, go out and watch next
I
time.
don't know. I just want to ask the question if I knew that it worked or not in the past. If it didn't, I'm going to try it now. Okay. Especially with extra Hell Knights around, I don't really need to get accosted. So.
Okay, so Jeremy, as you look around, you see that there is a sign looking for someone by the name of Plutarch, and offering 100 gold bounty, well, 10 gold bounty for their capture.
Okay, well, I'll take note. Obviously, it's not necessarily the same focus, but hey, if we want to get described or picture or anything like that, type stuff that we're looking for, or what he done.
Okay, so Plutarch Dremus, a person who seems to work with the local Aspis Consortium.
Aspis Consortium.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that we came across on our journey up to the island north of Absalom, didn't we?
It is.
They're the ones that tried to trade a fake relic for a real relic.
That is them.
Right. Yep.
You also know they deal in slavery.
Is he well known as a person I would have known in the past?
No, he's not been here that long.
Okay.
Okay, so after an hour has passed and you're still waiting.
Yes, it's okay. I'm happy to wait.
Gordar will stand quietly beside Pinwinkle and say, we may need to keep moving.
I know that.
Are you expecting to be able longer?
Yeah, no, she's good. She's always come out for me in the past. It's
And at the 2 hour mark, she comes out.
a busy day, hey?
Yeah, it's been backed up. Hell Knight's causing, hell. As you'd expect.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
They don't follow any, guidelines or restraint.
yeah, I've got a new case I've got to look into.
Sure. How much what are you offering this time? What do you got? You normally come with some sort of cake or chocolate or boiled lolly or.
Look, it's hard to explain, but I don't have anything with me.
At which point you hear that there's cheers from behind her.
Sigh of relief.
Tears of laughter.
Huzzah!
And I look behind and go, really? Okay.
You know the last time you put a couple of them in the latrine for 2 days.
And I do say, yeah, look, I don't actually bake
That was
anymore.
your special mix.
I said, I don't even bake anymore. Do they hear that out loud?
You hear another huzzah! But he didn't give you a huzzah if you like.
Give me a that. Make the most out of this moment, please.
There you go.
Okay. And I go, okay. No, I've learnt from my ways. Yes. Back to the point I was getting back to.
Yep.
We're looking for this particular female.
So what'd she do? Did she not give you her name in the morning? Again.
Look, okay.
You've done this thing with me 3 times now.
Look, well, I do get a bit roadcage than I used to. I'm good now. I'm on the good road now, okay?
And each time when we did track them down, they said they gave you a fake name so you wouldn't find them again.
Look, okay, so it's okay. This is a real case, okay?
Is this a real woman this time?
This is a real one this time.
Okay.
Can I borrow the call rulebook for a second, please? Is it that one right there?
No, it's down here.
So I do a description of the lady, and I say, yeah, she was supposed to meet a friend of her family, but just didn't catch up with them, and we're trying to find if you've heard this name of the person who ran.
Natalia Vanderkast.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of her. She petty burglar. Very handsy. Your type.
I smile and giggle. Yeah.
And she's known to run with the Tower Girls.
Oh, Tower Girls, huh?
Why are you looking for her?
Oh, as I said, it's family members are after it for some sort of family gathering they're trying to organise, and I promise I'll have a look around and see if I can find her. So I'm doing it for the.
Well, you need to find her. Just go to the Tower Girls.
Well, as I said, all I got told is she lives around the city. I didn't get told with the Tower Girls, so it's all. Hey, it's been a while since I've been back in this show. I've been away for a while. So.
I just thought you were being polite and not showing up after the incident you caused. They still talk about it.
Look, okay, I know my sister smoothed that over, but it's don't discuss that anymore. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, she robbed everyone blind. Didn't she tell you about that part? She left them with just with their brown stained underwear.
Yeah, she didn't tell me a lot of things she got up to, but I find that she wanted to.
And basically had a Pinwinkle will return your clothing to you.
Really?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Of course she would do that. And I go, oh, words when I'm under my breath. Anyway, okay. Have you heard anything else about what she's been up to lately, or?
What's your sister?
Oh.
She's been up to lots of things. She's always up to something. She's always got the next get rich quick scheme.
I know that fully.
Pinwinkle.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we'll get back to the. That's okay. Sorry. Anything else like is?
You mentioned the Tower Girls.
The Tower Girls, yeah.
You know them, don't you, Pinwinkle? You know all the girls. At least you used to say you did. She says it with that sarcastic tone.
Well, I did. Yeah, but look, I'm trying to mature.
You're trying to mature girls now, she says.
No.
Hand on her hips. Looking down at you.
Okay. I'll jump up, give a kiss and cheek. Okay, that's enough about that.
Okay, you jump up. She just grabs you by your shirt front and just dangles you just a bit away from her.
Oh, okay.
Not again.
Okay.
I've learned that trick.
Oh, damn it. I thought I'd at least try one more time. Anyway.
Be careful about your blasphemous around the Hell Knights. They generally don't like it.
I will definitely make sure I don't.
Just make sure you damn the right god around them. I have no idea which one is the right god because no one's ever gotten it right.
I've seen their work recently. So, do Tower Girls still hang around the same spots, are they?
I'm sure they do, but which spots do you remember them hanging around? She says, giving you that look of, I'm calling you on your bluff.
Well, that's my secrets that I used to keep back in my day. I wouldn't tell you tale, you know that. So
that's not what all the girls said, she says.
Look, okay, listen, and can I pull this? I say, hey, there's my new friends here. They don't know about my past here around here. Can we just keep it quite nice and simple? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, what are you going to do to make my day better?
Well,
not give you cake.
Well,
that's one improvement, she says.
Yes, I do not cook anymore.
And you hear this other huzzah!
What would make your day?
I don't know. Finding the cause of these slavers, which has been making people disappear and making my life more of a headache.
I could look into it. You point me in the right direction.
She points to a poster on the wall for someone by the name of Pludevark, which Corda has been staring at for the last 2 hours.
Oh, really? That person? I look at Corda, I go, oh, really? Okay. We can certainly have a look into that if it's in the direction of where we're looking, if that makes sense. So.
What, you only look in certain directions, he says?
You know I do a proper thorough job with my detective work, you know that.
Yes, no skirts this time, she says, pointing finger at you.
Oh, no skirts, I promise.
Yes, you should have grown up by now.
I do, I'm better than that. It's okay. So.
You're an adult last time I caught you doing it.
Look, us halflings take a bit longer than usual. So. And I go, okay. But you were saying?
Okay, considering you seem to have forgotten where they are. says, with a pointed thing. I'll remind you. So if you knew where they were before, they seem to have changed their current location. Lucky for you.
Oh, really?
Lucky I heard about that.
Oh, really? Okay.
But a few months ago, the Tower Girls had a falling out with the wreck wash blades. For several weeks after that, rumour was the Tower Girls were signing at an abandoned warehouse in Underbridge that they shared with a disputable local by the name of Fenster the Blight. You may know where they are now, or shacked up with.
Okay.
And it's not far from your mum's place, just down the block. By the way, I've got to talk to you about your mum's place at some point. There's some strange noises coming out of it. And the people next door are complaining about broken glass.
Must be the sewers.
And it seemed to have happened since you were last here.
Hey.
You weren't cooking again, were you? She says.
I don't cook anymore. I told you that.
But at the time, were you cooking?
No. I'm off the cooking now.
You burnt down one building at least,
Yeah, maybe. Well, it was a long time ago. Okay.
We know it was your experimental cooking.
Look, I don't cook anymore. I'm trying to make. It's not good. Yes, I know. Okay, everyone, I don't cook anymore. Okay, I get the point. Okay. So, but I do thank you, and if I do hear news about your slavery issue, I'll let you know. Okay. Cool. I'm sure the party will have heard all that, so because I wasn't being sneaky with it. So.
Okay. Though she does state she was decided that as far as the City Watch is concerned, they're no longer looking into the disappearances. So if you were to do it, she would take that as a favour on her part.
Oh, okay. Okay. Of the whole gang, or just the?
No, of the people who've been gone missing 2 slavers.
Okay. Okay, cool.
As far as I know.
Okay. It's a favour. Yeah.
Is that because you mentioned the slavers went real?
It just says many of those who went missing have been found, with a few remaining cases likely to result of mundane misadventure. The fact that Natalia is not among those who have been found, they have no record of her being taken up by the City Watch in quite a few days. She is snazzy after all.
Yep.
So give me a diplomacy check to see if you can convince her to tell you more.
Probably not. No. I only got 9.
And apparently she says, you probably don't really need to know more about that. You're pretty savvy with the city, so certain things get swept under.
There's no insight in this anything, is there? No, there isn't.
Yeah, perception.
Unless someone else wants to try speaking up. Cordar could, because he has been talking to her.
Cordar seems to be a nice Geno fellow, so she might give her.
It's like a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy check, yeah. I know. That's the funny part.
I rolled a 13, so I think that means I get 13.
Yeah, apparently she's not that impressed with you either.
I'm not surprised.
See if I roll it, see, it's perfect.
But she tells you where to find the place that Fencer the Blight is residing.
Yep. Okay.
So you've so it took you just over 2 hours to follow up that lead.
Yeah. And
Which leaves you about another 5.5 hours left.
Okay. Let's go to my good mate.
Your good mate.
Amazing Z.
The amazing Zograthi.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't it be better to go to the Tower Girls?
Or did we want to get more information first? I can technically take you to the Tower Girls.
So Zograthi's on the way to the warehouse.
Well, there you go. Well, I think we should do it. It's on its way, and that means we can double check the stories. All right, that's all. We might be getting.
You're the local. You're leading.
Yeah,
I was just suggesting that. Hang on, if we.
Yeah. not the
We'll
city.
go,
Not
we'll go to
everything.
Dorothy to find out where
So,
she was.
I'll make sure I say that when I get out of the building. For obvious reasons. Okay. I'll take them to the amazing cigarette.
Okay, so he is located down about here. So you have to cross half the city, taking you about an hour.
Yep, so we've got about 4 hours left.
What is it? I didn't saw you pointed.
See the little mouse pointer on the map?
Oh,
Okay,
now
yeah,
I
so
can
down
see
the
it.
bottom
Now
of
I
the
can see
biggest point.
Yep.
it. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Washers Row is a battered, at the southern end of Washers Row, a tattered banner hanging over the entrance to a small-sized street advertises Professor Cavario's stupendous exhibition of the outrageous and sublime. Beyond this overly exuberant advertisement is a squalid setup consisting of little more than a series of run-down sideshow booths and carts with assorted games and amusements of their meaner sort. To one side, urchins pitch pennies at lily pads floating in a small scum-covered fountain, with a bored carnies look on. Nearby, the sound of cats hissing and fighting arises from behind a cart where a small crowd of ne'er-do-wells are gathered to cheer and place bets. Everywhere lurk faces pinched with suspicion or hunger, expressions worn by carnival workers and visitors alike. This is not the sort of place to be careless with a coin purse.
Okay, I know that, so I know in direction where he is because I've would have known from my younger days.
So you see the abode of amazing zoography, Seer of the Dark, a small, well-patched tent crudely painted with mystical symbols and decorated with chicken bones and other ornaments. Within the stuffy, cluttered tent is a table covered in blue velvet stitched with moon, stars, and arcane symbols. A dusty crystal ball and a dog-eared harrow deck sit upon it. Behind the table sits an old, bald Varisian man with threadbare purple robe and piercing eyes. The one and only amazing Zagrathi.
Hey!
So just so you guys can see.
Uh-huh.
That's a. No.
The picture doesn't look like fruit of arc, does it?
Amazing Zagrathi. He has a glowing staff to your staff. He has a Raceland sort of staff. From Dragonlance, if you know it all.
Yes. My staff, by the way, is wrapped up. Just wrapped up.
Just wrapped up. Okay, so
I'll enter first and
as you sit down, it says, "The amazing Zagrathi sees all and knows all.
hey,
A double fist of silver for a turn of the cards, or a vision of in the crystal. A treble fist of gold for the secrets of the multiverse."
hey, you remember me?
He looks at you. Should I remember every halfling who walks in?
Oh, bet you remember my sister.
Nope.
Okay, remember the halfling kept line up kitchens?
I vaguely remember some halfling that caused a lot of disturbance, blowing things up.
Well, name's Pimwinkle Stout. How you going?
Oh, that halfling.
Oh yes, that halfling. Yes.
Stout is as stout does.
Belath is going to very carefully analyse everything he says and attempt to look for a lie.
He's lying about the fact that he knows Pimwinkle. So you pick up on his first lie. Of course, Pimwinkle's more than happy that he knows him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just happy that people know. Because I don't look bad in my own town. So, well, as you know, I'm a well-known detective of the city, and I'm looking to chase up a person who's been missing, and the family been worried about him. So I was wondering if you could help me out with maybe some general directions where this person may be.
He said, sure, what sort of reading would you like? Would you like me to use my balls, or would you like me to use my cards?
My balls?
Yeah.
He
He
said
says
balls.
yes. He has a bit of a lisp when he talks.
Really?
He rubs them well and they tell him the future.
Hmm.
Wait.
I'll just go. Let's try the ball first.
Okay, 50 gold and I will see your future.
50 gold.
For
Oh,
you.
that's expensive.
Does he look like? Can I attempt to see if he's bullshitting?
Give me a perception roll.
Never mind.
What did you get?
9.
9. Is that with a natural one?
No.
So, even with a 9, you realise it's probably about 10 times the normal cost.
And I go.
Blyman says nothing.
I don't like
Bella says
divination
nothing.
stuff. She's not natural.
He looks at the druid and go, you think everything's not natural. I see pointy teeth in your future, he says.
I get out of that immediately. I go
Now,
outside
now.
and keep
I
playing
know
with
that is not
Maria.
the going rate. So
Turn around and run straight into a
Let's be
haggard
serious here.
beggar with
Let's be
only
serious
2
here.
teeth left. And they're a bit pointy.
let's
So,
be,
sit down, give me some gold, and I'll give you some information.
based on my previous knowledge, what would be the going rate previously?
Well, when you last knew him, he would normally charge you about 10 gold, which is still more than he'd charge most other people.
To interrupt you,
Mhm.
Plyman throws 4 gold on the table.
Oh, you've got a more learned fella. I will deal with him first. You can wait outside while I deal with your more learned fella. I like his staff.
He's got a novel man.
I'll let Bella sit down and I'll stand behind him.
That's okay. You wait outside, Mr. Winkle.
Okay. I'm going.
His
Oh,
reading's
no.
not for you.
Cornar is going to be using the opportunity as we're travelling through this disreputable part of town and going through, trying to see if there's any rumours or information about where this, what was his name, the bounty,
Pearl
Pengathy or something.
Yep. Polterbarch.
Yeah. So,
Give me a diplomacy check as you start talking to the locals, Jeremy. So while you're doing
Right.
that,
I'm just
can
standing
I
outside
use
with.
can I use society?
So,
sure, I'll give you society.
Belath will.
I've got some training in that compared to diplomacy.
So what is Belos?
Belath will attempt to spend a few minutes engaging him in discussion on exactly what he's doing, and in doing so weave a lot of bullshit in an attempt for him to slip up and basically to assess whether he actually is what he says he is, using the skill Lie to Me.
Okay.
Level 2 kicks ass. So much better in level 2 than level 1.
And so what did you want to... so you ask him various things. You do realise he is a perceptive old man. And he is using the trappings of magic, but he's not actually using magic.
Cool.
The equivalent of the Sightseer fortune teller. If you could actually use magic, it wouldn't be here.
Yeah, gotcha. Indulge me. Go.
So, I sense you're looking for someone.
Really?
Knowing your halfling friend, I'm assuming female.
Good chance.
Good chance. I know there's 50-50.
Mm.
Apart from
Lately,
that,
anyway.
I might need a little more information to help with your reading, sir.
Let's be perfectly honest.
That would be a change in this place. We do like our thin facade of bullshittery while we're here.
I can appreciate that.
Because honesty generally leads to madness.
Yeah. So let's just say that we are...
Did he say that honesty generally leads to madness?
Yeah.
Right.
It's so fucking true. Let's just assume that we are indulging in some great acts of divinity.
Yes.
Then perhaps we are... Dude, I'm gonna be honest, I was looking for familiar rules. I have no idea what we're doing.
You're looking for someone by the name of Natalia Vastikin, part of the Tower Girls.
I would like to relay this information.
Yeah.
Now, my assumption would be that if you were to give me any sort of factual answer, then it would have to be from personal experience, which would then expose you to potentially knowing a little bit more than you should.
Well, all it would be is I'm turning over a card, and I can tell you from this card that she hasn't been heard from amongst the Snazi for some time. Turns over another card and says, many folk on the waterfront, both at Beacon Point and over in Dockway and Underbridge, have been disappearing of late. It may be related. Flips over another card, and it seems to be a few each week. And then he flips over another one, and he says, many seem to vanish out of their very beds at night. And he suspects this Natalia you're looking for, describing her, which you didn't, may have been one of those who have gone disappearing. And the City Watch don't seem to be doing anything, as it's only Varisians that seem to be disappearing. Not even the halfling folk are suffering such a indignation. And you're not even looking at the cards he's flipping over as he's talking at you. He's flipping over cards for the purpose of his divination. and he says, and this card tells me that it's definitely not something to do with the Snazi. They do not make people disappear. They like to have their bodies show up. It sends a message. Disappearing bodies means someone got away. And he flips over another card saying, but they are very hard to contact of late. No one really seems interested in talking, especially with the Hell Knights busy in the streets. So beware where you step, because where Hell steps, no one generally walks away. And he says, and for someone as bright as you, he will leave you with one final thing if you can sweeten his pot.
Well, if there's 4 gold there, I guess an extra question would obviously be of great magic and great foresight.
What else do you toss down?
Put down 3 gold.
Okay. He puts his hand over yours and he says that quietly in a low voice, just so you can hear, that Natalia, at least until recently, was a member of the group of girls known as Tower Girls, a group of cat burglars. They are themselves searching for Natalia, and word is that when they find her, they intend to kill her.
When the cat girls find her.
When the cat girls find her, the Tower Girls that she works for, that she was part of, she's betrayed her own gang.
Gotcha.
He doesn't know exactly what's going on with them, but has heard say that Natalia went mad before her disappearance. Attempts to learn of the location of the Tower Girls and other Snazi basically very hard to come by right now. And he sort of says, and I'm sorry, I cannot tell you anything more. Everything seems to be unclear from there. He pats you on the hand and scoops up the gold.
Well met, my friend. Good luck.
And you too with your searches. Hopefully your god will be with you watching over. Far more so than the bitten vampire-ling outside. He says that loudly.
I didn't hear it.
Been having a bit of fun with that one.
What? Your enhanced vampire hearing didn't pick it up?
Climb stands, bows, and exits. Relays the information, including the vampirism part. In more of a, you should be careful.
He does give you a talisman to ward against vampires.
And jingle it in front of Victor's face.
It's a little set of dice.
I am not there. I'm outside.
No, as in I've come out and relayed the
Okay.
info. Guys, fucking hell.
As you shake it, little bits of salt fall out.
Oh god.
They're salt-filled dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Martin,
Yep.
like obviously, yeah, he's got the Bella related information, but while he was going on there, Kordak got a 24 on his society roll, trying to get
Okay.
information about this Pluto.
Yep. Protobark dem Dremis. Okay, so as you talk to some people in the area, you do find out most people are worried about what's going on because they're the people who are targeted. It is the Snazi farm and the gypsy folk far more than anyone else will go missing, which is why the city's got a policy of don't care.
Explains that.
And there's a rumor that there is a slave run happening this night at midnight at an old boarded up shoreline tavern in Dockway known as the Puffy Pelican.
Really?
The Puffy Pelican.
Yeah, Puffy Pelican. It's actually here.
I know, I'm just saying, you know my background, yeah.
You know the Puffy Pelican, do you?
If you know that you got to read my email again, yeah.
So you'll know the place by the faded painting of a fat pelican still graces the facade of the empty building. The back's building features a collapsed wooden deck that hangs out over a tide mark. Apparently they tell you that a halfling is the reason the place shut down when he blew out the kitchen.
Really believable.
No, that's in my backstory, don't worry.
And all they know is it's the halfling known as Winkle.
What? In your backstory, you talked about the Puffy Pelican?
I did actually, yes. I didn't know it was going to come like this, so I thought it was going to... But, they, yeah, I won't go any further later. You'll find out later, so...
That's cool.
And you are about, at this stage, you would be about 8 to 10 hours from midnight.
So
Mhm.
we could visit the
Now-
warehouse.
Having, as I said, I was spending a couple hours in the guardhouse, checking any of the border boards, local boards, things like that. There's no curfew or anything like that in town, is there?
The Hell Knights enforce people off the streets who have no reason to be there. But generally, no, there is no curfew.
There's so yes, they expect people, if you're wandering the streets at night, that you've got a purpose to be wandering, but it's not actually illegal to be wandering.
It's not.
Right.
Though that may change with the disappearances if any high-ranking person goes missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the warehouse is next to my mum's house. How far is Puffy Pelican from my mum's house? I'm just saying we could use that as a misdirection if we got costed.
Okay, so
I was trying to. I can slowly remember where I read up on it, but I know it was in the underbridge. That's all I remember. So.
I actually have a map where everything is. So it is located about there. Yep, roughly where the finger is.
And where's the warehouse? It's around the same area.
So the warehouse you're looking for is underbridge area.
I was going to say, you can underbridge actually, under the bridge.
That's where your mother lives as well.
Yeah, no, so.
So what was the Puffy Pelican was the one.
Puffy Pelican is there.
Near the docks, near the
The
docks.
fifth wind or whatever that thing says.
Okay, we can have a look at this warehouse and then maybe leave later on tonight to go to the Puffy Pelican. Now, whatever's said in the Puffy Pelican, don't take to heart, okay?
What's in the Puffy Pelican stays in the Puffy
You
Pelican.
don't mention it ever again, okay?
You huff and you puff and you blew the place down.
Yeah, kind of. Let's just say it's not a favourable experience.
So you head to Underbridge.
And I do mention when we go to Underbridge, I said, it's the slums, guys, so just beware, okay?
I thought we were in the slums.
Oh no,
Oh, you are in the slums, but the Underbridge is the worst of the slums.
that's right, yeah. Underbridge is the worst.
That's what caught our expression was the idea.
Oh, you
So
think?
he's close then.
Well, let's just say.
And you have had a run-in with Fencer the Blight in the past.
Me?
He's lived there. He's lived in Underbridge for decades.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Fencer the Blight. He used to beat him up as a child
Yeah.
and
Why is
pinch,
that
and
name
pinch your
important?
food. He learned the hard way not to pinch your food.
Yes.
Why was that name important? Did that name come up?
Yeah.
That's the person who the Tower Girls were last known to associate with before they went missing.
Oh, this is stuff that Bella found out.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's.
Oh no, this is stuff you found out from the Watchmen.
Yep. As soon as I heard
Oh, okay.
Fence the Blight, I go, oh, that bully. So, this warehouse, which will be near my mum's place.
So at the moment, we've got the warehouse, which is where the Tower Girls were.
Recently.
But the Tower Girls don't like Natalia anymore.
No. So I have a feeling that might be lead to a dead end while the Puff and Paladin.
But the Tower Girls will know something about it if you can speak to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Which you don't even know what it is you're looking for yet.
No, and the Puffy Pelican is that's a side quest.
That is a midnight thing, so if you
That's
wait
right,
there,
right,
you're
so-
basically going to give up the rest of the day to get there.
Yeah. So certainly, if there is time, we can go and look at this
Puff and Paladin.
under bridge and speak to, like I say, find the Tower Girls or this Spencer or whatever.
So as you walk into the area, the first thing that comes to mind is this is the perfect breeding ground for a vampire.
What?
No natural sunlight,
It's completely dark.
lit only by torches in the middle of the day or any time there's daylight.
Because it's under bridge.
I don't like this place.
I'm sure you'll feel at home here soon enough.
Why do I say that? That's cruel.
And you find the place that was described to you. It's a rather it's a partially collapsed warehouse that has what appears to be a very large open area inside, and there is a sign on the side of the warehouse that says "Live a gift and wait outside." Very badly spelled.
Sorry guys, someone is getting a microphone.
There's something.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
I don't like. If people go on mute, we can work out who. It's gone now anyway.
Yeah, all three of you are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was on mute and was actually still hearing.
Whatever it is, it's gone now. No, if you got muted, it wasn't you doing it, presumably, but yeah.
Okay.
Stop now, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so yes, you hear, you see a sign badly written saying LEEV for leave, a gift, and wait with a WATE out Sid, so left the up the end of that one. So extra E's elsewhere, and two of the letters missing.
Okay.
A dented tin platter sits on the ground beside the sign.
It seems like the feedback might be coming at your end there, Martin. Because it started again as soon as you started talking.
That's odd.
Okay, I'll turn my thing off and start it again. Okay, so how's that? Is that any better?
there's still something in the background, but it's acceptable by my end. I can certainly hear what you're still saying. So
Yeah, it's not as bad anymore.
I think it might be aircon, I'm not sure yet.
No, you just turn the aircon off to hope. It helps.
okay, but yeah, so the guy's looking for an offering to enter.
He is, yes.
What kind of offering does these guys like?
Girls, guys, girls.
Well, he says leave a gift.
Well, this
Possibly what he really wants is a dictionary.
I won't give this guy a gift. What gift he wants?
Leave him a dictionary.
See, a lot of people would like to leave him if it was a muffin, but people can't offer anyone any food. So people can't do this. I'm painful.
And you hear a rasping cough coming from inside the warehouse.
So this is the location where these tower girls congregate?
And Mr. Blight.
They had stayed at one stage, yes.
Yeah, and Mr. Blight.
Right, makes up like a Cornard was effectively confirming with Pinwinkle. So,
Yep. What have I got? That's not. Nothing that's not. We've got gold. Can I drop a couple of silver in there? That rattle
Cling, cling.
and I'll.
Okay, so the broken door sort of drags open with a big scrape and sound. And you see rather worse looking for where Spencer the Blight. He's now got a milky white eye, and he looks like he has far more diseases than you remember.
Oh.
And he says, "What you want Spencer to do?" He says, looking at the people with his one working eye.
Hey, Spencer, I want to speak to the tower girls. So they might be around.
Oh, me, their landlord. They be back. They always come back for old Spencer, he says, puffing himself up. Reminding you just how you used to puff yourself up about your conquests. Giving you an idea of where you picked it up from.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah.
I don't believe anything you say, right? 23.
Okay, he does sound believable with the fact that he was their landlord.
Was their landlord.
He may or may not still be their landlord. It's a bit murky. He says they'll be back.
Why don't I believe you, Fencer? Fencer. Why don't I believe you, Fencer?
He just stares at you. Are you the one who blew up the Pelican?
Look.
Really? A whole pub?
Look.
Really?
Who is this cooking? His cooking was that bad.
Well,
How
let
far-
me be the bearer of good news.
How far away is he?
He can't cook anymore.
About 10 feet.
He can't cook anymore.
You stab him.
No, I go up to his throat.
You pull it. He pulls out a rusty dagger in return.
Yeah,
It's about the length of your arm.
I know. So just remember.
I stabby stab if you try to stabby stab.
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, half the blood's so hard to get off.
It's true.
True. But,
It doesn't taste good. I tried.
really.
Well, wouldn't you? All that extra pudginess has to be worth something.
Go on then. I mean, we're all here.
You're gonna try to serve me up, he says.
Look.
You're gonna give me a right servant, he says, staring at you.
Do you want my big sister to come down and have a word to you?
He grins. Yeah. With a sleazy sort of look.
Oh my God, I'm so
Do you really want to scare him? Is that your intention?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you mind if...
You have a go?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. From pepper step aside.
Getting a better serve for your high AC again.
No. You've made your bed, buddy. And then walk away.
I don't have a bed, he says, looking around.
Yeah.
What bed?
What are we trying to get out of him?
I want to know if the Jarrett girls are still coming to this place or not. I don't think he can tell us the whole truth. I think they've left and haven't come back since.
Do we want him alive?
I don't care because he bullied me as a kid. And I go whispering and go, do what you have to do.
Bellat's visage goes from polite and friendly.
So you're friend of Stingwinkle, are you?
From polite and friendly to as dark as hell itself. What are we in a building?
He gives you a very... He has this very rotted meat smell from his breath as he looks up at you.
Are we in a building?
On the
It's already very dark because we're under the bridge, aren't we? We're in shadow, aren't we?
It is a dark building. There are no people in the streets. No one comes to witness these sort of things.
Is there a door or a window?
Yes. There is a door. He's standing near it.
On the other side of the door,
Yeah.
a knocking, a scratching is heard. Can you get him to make a wisdom save, please? It's DC 18.
DC 18, he fails.
He
He has a -3 to his wisdom save.
Wow. Surprise.
He falls prone.
So he critically fails.
Oh, okay,
It's a
hang
critical
on.
fail. Make sure you look it up properly.
Yeah, okay.
Just because he's a bully doesn't mean he's a good bully.
I know, I didn't know. I don't know what's happening. Honestly, I was...
And there's a reason with bullying little halfling kids.
Yep.
Anyway, he says about sister, I was that close. Then an acrobatic check, jump around him. Okay, slit me throat. Was that close? But I'm refraining myself. I haven't gone to the bloodthirsty Pringle yet.
So what does your ability do?
Ooh, this is
More vicious. That vicious.
What happens?
the target must use all its actions on its next turn to obey your command.
Yep.
Is that like its command?
Yeah.
Is that to obey? Use
What
all
the
its
command
actions.
you gave.
Oh, all of okay. Yeah, drop prone.
Okay.
He
falls prone.
Hang on a second.
And there is the smelly sort of mess on the ground with him.
Yep. And while he's staying prone, you watching this?
Oh yeah, I'm watching this.
While he's staying prone, I will cast Produce Flame
On him.
No, I cast Produce Flame, and a small ball of flame appears in the palm of my hand, to which I can lash out with it in a minute. However, what I will do is I will bring it to his head.
As you get closer, you sort of see his face sort of melts a little bit because it is, rather horrid and disease-ridden.
That's okay.
You actually see the lice from his hair just popping in the small flames as you get close to him.
That's okay. His hair can start to singe as well. And using the deepest, most dark and demonic.
You have an intimidation roll.
Yeah, getting there. I will tell him that if he ever speaks an unkind word to Pimwinkle, if he ever looks unkindly to Pimwinkle,
You'll give him 100 gold?
if he ever even breathes in a way that Pimwinkle doesn't deem as friendly, he will burn slowly from the feet to the head.
Okay, give me an intimidation.
19.
He basically, there's a flood of liquid down your shoes at your feet as he relieves himself.
Okay.
With a splatter as well.
That's okay. I dismiss the produce flame.
Yeah.
Walk outside, cast prestidigitation to clean my shoes. He's all yours.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over. Now, where were we?
He just stares at you menacingly.
You what? Really?
Yes. Because it's not you. You intimidated him, he didn't.
You realise you know what I said, right? Look
Yeah,
at
I know what you
okay.
I didn't say he was bright.
No, that's right. Now,
It's a good thing I didn't say it at the time, but I'll give him a moment.
the tower girls are not coming back, are they?
They'll be back. They'll be back. I be best man.
Don't bullshit me anymore, mate. I'm over this.
I'm better than you, he says.
Don't you really think I'm better than...
Produce flame.
Where have they gone?
Where have they gone? Sorry. Thank you, Jeremy.
Produce flame. Turn around. Look at him.
He sort of looks, fearful at you, but...
Answer him.
They're not here right now, he says at you.
Where'd they go?
Where all girls go. You know tower girls. They go to towers, and then they come back.
When are they due back?
When they want to, they're girls.
Belath opens the door, and a deathly, slightly devilly looking raven flies in and lands on his shoulder.
Okay. Okay, he looks at you fearfully and goes, I not see tower girls. Tower girls not here for a while.
What about a particular tower girl? Have you seen Natalia?
She's talking about in nearby building. She no hang out with other tower girls more. She no longer tower girl.
Ah, but you know where she is.
Nothing in shadows gets by me good people, he says.
Lucky you got one.
Still got good people.
And so which building is she in then?
Gold for information?
The crow makes his way to stand right in front of this blithering idiot, getting very, very close to his only eye. You know he eats eyes.
And you know,
And at which point he turns white and passes out.
That's okay.
Critical
I
foul.
ain't spending a single copper on this shithead.
That's okay, he's not too many hours away from him to wake up normally.
I was going to say, no, we'll just go and grab some water. Is there, like I say, in the map, we're quite close to the sea or the lake or whatever it is that's on there. Can I go and grab a handful of water or something?
Yeah, you can grab a container full of really murky, crap-filled water because this is where they dump most of their refuse.
Well,
It's a local sewage outlet.
If I dump him in that, it'll make it cleaner.
You actually do think it will make him cleaner?
So,
Why does that?
I will
The door
go for
opens to his
splashing
place
it.
behind me, right? So he's open to the warehouse. He has a little room there, does he, or something like that?
That he built himself.
Can I do a bit of investigation while we're waiting for him?
Sure, give me a perception.
21. I'm looking for any documentation or anything they might have written down in stupid handwriting that I know what he's like in high school or college or whatever.
Okay, you find a pearl and what appears to be a expert hand crossbow.
Really?
No
That
bolts,
sounds like documentation.
but an expert hand crossbow.
I actually was going to buy one actually. But okay.
Nice.
I don't see anything like any sort of document that would like.
He can barely write. He probably paid
I was
someone
going
to
to
do
say,
that writing for him.
consider the quality of his side.
Yeah.
I don't know that he much.
I'm
in the way
just
of,
trying in case
records.
if something was left there by accident by the tower girls.
He's not known for his intelligence.
Oh, I know that very much. Anyway,
But he is reputed to be quite strong, especially what he looks like now.
he used to be. Yeah.
So
He's still quite strong.
So that is basically him now.
I had my handshake with the second stage. I was going, bloody oh yeah. It was
There you
like, and I'm going, okay. But I'm going,
So
I'll wait.
You
I'll,
wake up
while,
when
just
you
while
smoke
Jeremy's gone
water.
away, I'll search the place. I'll come back and wait for Jeremy.
And then Jeremy Corday shows up and throws some crap on him. Okay, he wakes up spluttering. He does look a little cleaner than when you started, which is a miracle considering the crap that's on him.
I believe Mr. Belaf asked you a question.
Mr. Who?
Him.
Oh.
Now.
He points.
Okay. Okay.
And that might be a good point to finish for tonight.
I think so.
Okay, Corner, I'm just going to ask one question there. You're going to bring up the topic of there've been rumours of disappearances and stuff like that. You're not concerned that the Tower Girls are those that have disappeared?
He says he make everything disappear. He great.
You made the Tower Girls disappear. So you know where they are then?
Then he looks at Balath and go, blue dwarfies make people disappear.
What was that?
Blue dwarfies make people disappear.
Blue
Blue
Wolves.
Dwarfies.
Yeah, blue dwarfies.
I'm sure that my friend here mentioned something about lying.
Yes, but blue dwarfies in the skulking in alleyways and waterfront. You don't know where they come from or where they go. But where they go, people disappear. You stay away from.
That's
I don't
it.
know what
The
that word
Smurfs have
means.
taken everyone.
Yeah, he stays away from blue dwarfies.
So like I say, the perception roll of 22, he appears to be too scared to be making this up as he goes along.
He does appear to be too scared. He's actually more scared of the blue dwarfies than he is of Balath.
Is blue dwarfies? What? I don't know what that word
I
means.
think I have an idea, but
Well, I'm assuming it's like
as a player, I know what it
Dwarf?
is, but I'm not
as
a
in like
character.
small human or small like in this
Okay,
term,
okay.
dwarf.
Dwarfs.
So sing
And
us
I believe it's he used the term dwarfies just to say another term for dwarf. But they're
Oh,
blue.
okay, dwarfies.
Blue.
Alright.
But
I got it now.
a small
Yeah.
humanoid that's
Blue
blue, I've got a
dwarfies,
feeling.
like
Blue
blue,
dwarfies,
blue,
yes.
it's called blood.
Can he describe these blue dwarfies better than blue dwarfies?
He says they're blue and they're dwarf. What else do you need?
He's got a point.
So
Blue unnatural dwarf. Dwarf shouldn't be blue.
no.
Blue, not blood.
But they've got the big beards and they carry axes and warhammers.
Not look that closely. You go away. Hide.
That's the color blue.
The colour blue, yeah.
No, not
Alright.
seen them for past several days.
Okay. Well, that was my last minute question.
Yeah. Okay, let's leave it
Wasn't
until
quite the
next
answer I
time.
was expecting.
I have a fairly good idea what we're talking about, but
They are blue because they are like undead or something, or vampires.
Oh, no, they're blue because they're unnatural,
I
apparently.
haven't heard about any blue vampires. Sorry, Victor. I'm going to pull you up on that one. That's going to be too far there, Victor.
Maybe they're just bitches or ghouls.
They could be dwarf ghouls. Yeah,
They could be dwarf ghouls.
They could be.
They could be blue ghouls.
Who
No,
worship a
They're-
vampire leader.
they're water zombies.
Okay.
I'll let you think about it for 2 weeks now, Victor.
Okay then. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
Jeremy.
Thank you very
See you
much.
next week or the week after and see how we go. Have a good week.
Martin, may I have may I talk to you quickly after the session end?
Yep.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you, Susie.
Good night, Axel.
See you guys.
Good night.
Okay, putting up the end stuff now.